Asiri. Ahemfo muti kumasi da otufo ne mukasa ewe from corona mumubebo moto Ashanti muntimi Ashanti chiefs mo ahemfo mo Ashanti region problems any yama mudi otufo kabre Asante kwa haifurubi amuya konfu mutu asase mani papa kubiri myensa itiama fo sika eviama fo gas eviama fo yeremu nyama muti asante reji haifurubi Kevin Taylor why anybody obiara why anybody obi Kevin Taylor. For you to mention Kevin Taylor, it clearly shows to say you have failed in attempt to spoil the mind of Ghanaians.
The president cannot cultivate multiple Kevin Taylors.
Kevin Taylor was insulting him.
The same government that birthed the dreaded Kevin Taylor, who has slaughtered every person in this country on the altar of his show.
Kevin Taylor, Nini Twasere,
altar of his show.
Kevin Taylor, Nini Twasere, Nini Twasere, Kevin Taylor, 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 Nini Twasere,
Kevin Taylor. Mau. Kevin Taylor, Monike, Kevin Taylor, Wani Apia, so. Papa may say, I'm a native say, he's sending on the process.
Nadia Kevin Taylor, and intend this phone here.
Kevin Taylor,
The day the said Kevin Taylor expires from the surface of the earth. So it's there until he asks for the period that Kevin Taylor is alive. This arrest warrant exists.
This boy Kevin Taylor is there to attack the present government and to make Mama look good. Or your role model.
Kevin Taylor, me say all Casadiama John Damani Mahamano. On Tikrum how? Or to America.
Per se, me who Kevin Taylor, ma'am. Me say, ya une womi muno be bonu dua.
And you be like Kevin Taylor,
me say, oh, na so do you useless. And I've always said, oh, you're useless. Oh, you're useless. What do you say? Oh, you're useless. Yeah, Kevin Taylor, $10,000. Now you're NDC full soldier. No, yeah, Puma, say NDC Beba, NDC Ma, because the mama she can I call Kevin Taylor.
Now Kevin Taylor dear, me the American and dear.
Shamak Israel Yehovah, Elahenu Yehovah Ekat, we ahata et Yehovah, Elohika bika luvika, Uvika navashika, Uvika miyopika, Tode Yashach, in
Anyami kajo gbe mi ni gbo.
Kajo gbe mi ni gbo, bo o ma gbogbo. Ase u me gbeje, ma lo u me gbeje. Le wo nye mi o gbe kokoko.
All right, good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Goldbod Taylor. It's exactly 4:24 p.m. U.S. East Coast time. It's definitely 8:24 in Ghana. This show is called With All Due Respect Extended Version. My producers are called the Ghost Team. We are live on TV. We are live on radio. We are live on YouTube, streaming live on Facebook, also live on TikTok tonight. Tonight, you can watch the show live on Multi TV. Search for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. We are also streaming live on YouTube tonight. Our official name on YouTube is Loud Silence TV. On YouTube, search for Loud Silence TV. You can be part of tonight's show. We're also streaming live on Facebook. We have very important platforms, two very important platforms on Facebook. We have With All Due Respect page on Facebook and also Loud Silence TV on Facebook. With All Due Respect page and Loud Silence TV page on Facebook. We're also live on TikTok tonight. Search for Kevin Taylor _WADR. Kevin Taylor _WADR. We're live on radio tonight. If you have an Android device, go to the Google Play Store, download Loud Silence Radio. You can be part of tonight's show. We're also streaming live on Apple. You can go download, go to the App Store and download Loud Silence TV, Loud Silence Radio. You can also be part of tonight's show. Welcome to the show. We are all over the place. We are back to discuss Ghana. And then you bring Yankupo Asia, Ubia, Oshemi, Ewiasia Fanina, more Africa, Asia, Europe, and America, you know. Show way your friend With All Due Respect Extended Version, and no, Sebio, and so. Papa no ene no kure no ye beka chiro ende dwumade no etwegu ewo eye internet no so ene se etwegu ewo radio ene TV so say o multi TV in Africa no 22 African countries no ye bo dwumade ewo ho mo bia ehwe so multi TV in fact search for Loud Silence TV won sa ebeka dwumade we and se bi o TikTok so Kevin Taylor _WADR on Sabekan. Mo amoshe wo YouTube no. Obeso de send you be a link no. Ewo na edina ewo YouTube no. Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV. Ewo YouTube. Facebook so ho With All Due Respect. One of our pages and also Loud Silence TV. And so one of our pages. All platforms are blazing. Your radio so, your TV so, your YouTube or TikTok and it's our Facebook. And you bring Ghana hon some internet atnase. Ye be ama obia ehunu kre no ye begidwam ama obia ehunu kre no then the asama eda pono so a ye nyina ye den ye dwudwa abaya mansan nama ye dwudwa a ye wie abadane anamampesie no Goldbod na wo hwe asam ni tripo a esiwa egina odendenden se mo sini bibi no ya kiro se Goldbod is here to stay adenti na se Goldbod de sebio upeo ayete se Ghana's constitution eni bebi akọ ebeginem ebetene nyoma eba de ye gold anase ye gudia ewo Ghana asase so a NDC aban led by John Dramani Mahama ebeti Goldbod no yenyina ehu eso mfaso na ensem bebre ekoso ewo mframem na wa wo hwe me free den nkinkensu mo amowo nankansere mo so amo bekwai apia mensa street Emana moso mote Adenta area ho mo amo ayimensa mo amo boase mo amo kwada so mo wurum abesi asankregwa miankasam krum mo amo piemu a ayeldo ene mankesim dominance ahinkro mo so a mo bebi a mo hweme no Goldbod in sense no mo dodo se ne tiase na de na ekọ Goldbod ede sebio adwe akoji kube eno ehun komo ene ebedi na nwumbre yesi Goldbod de adwe akoji kube Goldbod ba ketekete enso emfaso a yenya woso no eso yie na nipa bi ayo madwene se ombebo mu sirem etwatro editro amenetro ama Ghana fo adwene se John Mahama ban a omdi Goldbod aba abete Ghana yenim ama esika se begina ne naso e wa abruchire ene even eye mbibrem eye Africa no nipa bi ya mo MPP mu a eye abrante e fe no afenyo makina jimie adokoro na okasa efri ne to a ondwene ho no a odi MPP fo mo parliament a sebi ododo no so adwene wo fom a omuntumi ntunefo enka nyansa nkyere no no waboni stirem aboni tirim so obetwa tro e de ato Goldbod so na ende nwumbre ye bedwudwam brofo na dawson technicalities na dawson any pundits and opponents and guests for no TV so no atro bebre ekoso enwumbre ye bema asam no atofom se de be ya ma amenom ya papa nom Ghana fo a mode akomapa eto abama NDC John Dramani Mahama aban no mo behu se ayampa Goldbod na ba na no ene so ne ase eso yasene ama Ghana sika samoto ye ejina ne naso ende nwubre de men se de ekọ bregman ebesere kọ eye kwada so besi eye asankregua no medwum ma Ghana fo ehu nokure no ye aha ye nto sebio se wadwiri ya wo se wo fie ye teteo wadwiri ya wo se wo fie wo ye kristoni wo ye nkremoni wadwiri ya wo se wo som no sebio ka sebio ontumi nka aha sakasa ne yeka senka mpese mekotia sori a nka mema papa mama sase wa yeldo na nka makotia sori papa krum ana mema me ebusuafo odenu omoso mama sase mama kotia sose asori ba enya sori na mete no ha eya asema me kamana ya wo ya nyansa meritu ni patrim inti de odi kwasea ne yebese ne kwasea de na adwene wo fie nso yebebo na baso saa ne ye ne wa ha se weni nje ho na wo mpese obetia aha yenso so wo so ko na nya wunti na me se Ghana fo o magye atum se sebio asem o se ka ne kwan so no o magye atum no o munti na me I am not here to please anybody. I am not here to say things that will make you happy. My production, my platform is not built for you. My platform is built for people who are ready to listen to the truth, irrespective of how hurting it is. And that is why I'm here. We are not here to please individuals. I am not here to please the priest. I'm not here to please Ohene. Me niha to please Ahenkwa Ebusua Penyini. I'm not here to please any politician. I'm not here to please age. I am here to please minds that are ready to listen to the truth and also make sure the truth prevails. Intejumadi edin wahano. Sa oshe na sebio ebetia wosom wontetie ene senia wotia. With all due respect, walk. Because we are not going to mince words here. Welcome to the most authoritative, most listened to platform on the planet right now. My name is Kevin Goldbod Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. Yeah, enumbre yeri asheshe so ano no.
Mom, good evening. Munya Millicent. Mr. Video me ye. Muhua ama mubumfu. Because say obi ubumi kwasia. Obi a friend Kojogidion. Me mpese me dini picha na baba tonchan. Me di kai voice message a catch na me say. Obetse menka. Just say eye ne tintino. On free me wa yinani. The entire me asamba denti da ayama asamba na mekan. Di nyina ne say me Kojogidion. Bema na na me ne tino. Ana me catch na say Kojogidion ma fanyi nsem. Boy ni bisa me say eye day me nyamoye. Me friend on peke me call. The asheme kula ne say me fro o ma me catch na say na si Kojogidion me catch na say me nyamo no. O me friend on fa. Ama ma me catch na me say obe mama kan me fro mama me fa na me catch up me to mama ani me to mama ani mu mama me catch na me sin an obi abesi na yie na obe frɛ me ebesi nne enajuo ebe just asam no amemi ache na me se me nkasa but me se me kasa ena manya feita me di me rape picture na eba ana me se mate mama ne kasa be frɛ me si ye o mate ebesi na mama ne frɛ Kojogidion na frɛ so onfa na se wa fa be kasa video bi a mon shan manu umanu me pese ebia wo bi bepie mu no efira na mama busa fo be duru manim sa video so no Kojogidion wa ya de obohu obaba ho live hu sa video na me ye no Kojogidion ka cha me sin a woni girl mate mini problem sa vo ane wo girl o sole odi sie me me fa na onfa boni timi tena ho no ma 3 months sa no oba me nchen na okwa 100 cedis na oja ma hu se oba odo okuninti no na maje ne sa oba me nchen so a de bia mi fi 200 cedis am dia no aduane ama na di na de chi a wasan to aso na me no fufuo se ya manu awie no na no wada na masan afre me pa cho da besen minim de ope na me de na koba na makotwa ne bi no wasan bedi wadi bia no wasan di mi asan aguso wadi no gusu bia no kodu ni kro na me fen kra on peke me call ni se kojo gideon ekwanyem wo ba ana wo firi machi ekwama me nyanko ba sika wankan hu se me di mi kro nsuo ebo ne dua mi wie nsusu a se kojo gideon aka me ho asam ahyere ne ge ama ne ge na ba TikTok honum abeka cha me se me pressure nti me makọ no madọ ye kese dia me wie nso again me de ne ka mbo no so dua ne bi se kojo gideon nso sa kwanye mo ba na wadi yinse na me bo ne dua se kojo gideon hu sa video ya me mpana no mpani tietia me mpesa ndu picture beto ho ama obi ahu kojo gideon me mpesa me do picture beto ho so pesa me do picture to ho dia na video mi yi so saka na se wa on fa misika o me di misika wo ba ma cham de chop money e de ma wa me de no de ma wudi no kojo gideon ma sese fa misika blem se wo hu nyansa ama oba beda wachi no yiska de ma me nyanko ba so mfen ko to aduane ni dia kojo gideon ka hu se me fa mi krom nsu na me dia bo wudua me bo wudua nso so a nipa bi obesi wa yi ase ana obesu me do mo da ase wo firi machi so komo oba fufuro sika nso pe me de je o so wo de misika wadi anyina me de duane bro ama wadi edi na de blame dem no ni ase na se kwanye mo ba na oba ne ka kese wonyem na du tum si yan no wa misa again say de wonyem na ji insen ko gideon me di mikro mu due bo wudua mi wie nso so a oge na keke ka me ho nsam kira na so de pim makutia no sa ge na ya ugo wonya ugo sa nya oge no no na ono any video keke no de bato wono mo dia me ni asem sa mi minti
kojo kutia asem we de ha me nyina wo mu ne se Gideon kojo Gideon kutia na kojo sika no I say $500 billion shillings kojo bebi akwa konya $500 billion every day wa wasem ba sibi again bo obodua no obo apete o se obi kura su we yase a wu na obi su akojo enti wa bodua ra pete wa spread no wa bodua de se eye de kaka wure gu afenwoma akintiri ho akọ beebi a enti kojo Gideon kone kotua no so oben wa de na be hyedem wa sa kotonsa ama ewo na so oben sport ama na no manasa be da wo so ho ya wanwa Gideon aba 100 na wo di 200 ayeduana wo de ka o mo chiegu ache Gideon so nya dipa bia me mpese kojo ni nyan se kone kotua e say $500 billion na sawa ubenya $500 billion na o yana $500 billion thousand shillings no unya kojo ye video be ka kire ye adekudie ntia se bi obibi se yesi ni ehu de be ya ma wo because eduabo no boy na hame se obi ti se wowu kura no osu onu so bewu bo abodua na stretch no dodo we watch Paul adebo kire de no eduabo we no 442 ewom eduabo we ya so 5341 wom and 5331 wom eduabo we no 111 110 wom eduabo no abo formation bia ya hu hwe enye se wowu na ayaya na yebesu ni yebewu de kojo kotua Gideon kono kotua mo feme inti mwangasa mo feme inti girls na bwano mwangasa na member ya na bibia nkoso no mwangasa mo feme MPP for girls no ai girls oba umia ai nenso obengo ha girls oba umia inti mwangasa mo feme MPP loyal ladies are nenso oba ya inti mo feme o ma start from home ukunu na ba o MPP girls o feel me too wa ukunu wa ba o wakoshema na ne de behwe de daso ai omu feel me na say memo go MPP mu hwe bi sex alaka ne hu fifire o chen ka tai ase Enti omu we sana akono me yanko tie ni nsie ai mo ko tie mi asie MPP royal lady bia o se loyal lady bia ko tie be sie no eduabona get the board ma bo apete mo ene che wi we ni beka se wo de wan hwe mi nsie hwe ma obi hu o ya MPP ni ba na wo tetehwe me na wo saba bonti be di matem a sebio eduabona get the board me bo apete me bo biem me bo biem enya na me bo me de get de na emamo ai esi omo from wabo boy the one share the want to me does abena we no e wom say empenasem parties ye ne nipa into what na da bi me low TV no na anwako we on de ne jimi me se onkonkoto dokono mra e je so mo hwe me sie no mo soma so mo boys moi. All right, good yon compensika de tia. Now let me say hello to nipa ba ko mienu bi na ye mfa nhehye so na udwa kwa I say what bodam Enibraba. I'm seeing so many people on different platforms. I really appreciate you guys being here tonight. It's been a while. Right now, they're changing gears. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, it's here. And we're about to say this will be better. And the most important thing is Bana authenticity in Yaba. We are not going to move from it. A part of the principle ye dey show we and na the obon hombody a onim nyansa oye nyansa de a obunu ho no ye be bona baso na asre hirama no na yaka insempa oye no. That is what we do here. Ain't nothing has changed. That na baby ejina na ejina. Now team, should we move? It's 8:40 in Ghana, it's 4:40 in the United States of America, East Coast to be precise. Team, should I move? Edian ekoso amente ya nipa bi ekeka nsem a nsem no bebre enim. Edian ekoso esiso eboso enyono denti Lord Kenya so wen but say Lord Kenya be sha bruchiri kakra and a Lord so any name ped obeye mo a mo time nyina nyame nhira mo mo a mo nso mo nenam Ghana mo nka no kre onyame make sure say wotwa mo nkwanda so mo a sebio mo bom tsire mu eka nsem a mo nim se enya no kre mo amunim sense makoji sika ademude mo a MPP fo bi wa Ghana o mafrɛ mo e wa abrochire se munye adwuma mutifie mo ho kyere mo abrochire na bom so a mo adwene am se mo betuma ka me ho nsɛm a me etua mo ka no onyankopɔn enkumo wa waje ademudie bia because o ti abrochire ho kyere wo ahokyerelization yaka cha so wambo Kevin Taylor din na Kevin ambo din a sika na mba biem no sebio sika na ebeka wonsa ema fibroid ni nyesei sebio entwa yare wankasa empa wo ba ho na meto so enti ade de ya no sa na ya che obi antimi sesa bibia. Now team, if we have to do the do, let's do the do na yehu de ekọ now. Eden ekoso amente ya nipa bi ekeka nsem eden ekoso makacha Ghana for say and I would like to say to there's this platform on YouTube. There's this platform on YouTube right now. I'm giving you 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Osibo Media, shut my production, shut what you are showing on your platform down now, or else you will lose the platform. There's a platform on YouTube tonight, Osibo Media. You are picking my show live. Shut it down now. I'm giving you 3 minutes. The reason why I do this, and I say, I will use this as evidence to shut your platform down for good. Nobody can use my name to build their platform. If you want to build your platform, build it from the ground. Into why I pick it, me show it live on YouTube tonight. Within the Osibo Media, shut it down. About 3 minutes. If you don't, I will make sure I take that platform away. I don't need it, but I will take it from you. Maybe that's where you want to eat from. Maybe that's where you're going to get something from. I respect that. But this is my property. You have no right to stream my show on YouTube without my permission. So I'm giving you 3 minutes. Shut it down or I take the platform from you for good. I'm one person. I'm a very nice person. And there's something I've done. Ucha me videos. Uko YouTube. That's how the episode of the year. I don't have a problem. But do not pick my live. Do not steal my live when I'm live doing my show. No. There are millions of platforms I'm using me after my show. As I'm doing the show, they screen record, they be making money out of it. I don't care. It's the message I need out there. It's fine. But if you try to be smart, I will take, maybe I will do it free. I will do it. I'm a nice person. Be a very nice, maybe I'm in person. I bet you say, Kevin there, say naughty, but I'm a very nice person. I try to give people the opportunity, people the chance to also, at the end of the day, feed themselves. Team. When I'm live, I have a production team that is taking care of all platforms and checking what's going on. So don't think, this is a big production. This is a very big production. If you are Osibo TV or Osibo Media on YouTube right now, you have less than a minute to shut this production down. Me stream now are picking on, end it now. I'm being very nice. End the stream you have picked. Say call for and subscribe to page, and I will pick him in my show. Don't do that. There's a reason why there are so many people who are trying to get my attention, saying things, screaming. I don't want to respond to anybody because I am bigger than all of them. My reach is bigger than them. Until anybody gets to my reach, that may not is a BBC, a small TV or a small production be a contest. I don't do that. And I've gotten to that point where I don't give attention to any platform that is smaller than mine. I only compete platforms or respond to platforms that are bigger. They are my colleagues. Into any platform that does not have the reach, we need TV, we need radio, we need the numbers I have. You don't deserve my response. And I've grown to that point to understand, say, me age na medru no can be a bim into I have to be very watchful. Into me mfa eye akwara bi ana nipa bi ano kasa bi a enka bi to almost man in life. I'm not going to do it. And into I don't banter on social media on my show. I don't do it. I only take care of bigger issues. So almost I may respond to anything. It is something that is big, but anything beneath me, because there are small platforms. A lot of these people they are not even able to compete them. They are not even able to compete them. So why myself, Kevin Taylor, competes people who are beneath me when it comes to reach? No, my reach is bigger. My platform is bigger. My level of impact is bigger. So people need to understand. So and then I'm starting here. I do bigger. So if I want to pick up or have a beef, they are international beefs. Big one. I go to South Africa to go fight. Protect my people. That is what I do. I don't just pick homeless people, people who are under pressure. No, I don't do that because I've left that for little platforms to deal with that. I am too big to lower myself to a standard that I just say, when I talk, millions of people listen to. When some people who are trying to get my attention, when they talk, it's in their room, it's in their base. I don't do that again. I do international stuff. I do big stuff. If you cannot even beat my smallest platform, you cannot try and get my attention. No. So the work, the hard work, the discipline, and between the build a platform way, every single person should be able to build their own platform without using my name. And my name is not that common. I beg people, we have gotten to that point where, honorable, I don't fight. I don't entertain kids, dogs, little termites. I don't do that. I do international stuff. I do big stuff. This is the BBC. This is Ghana's CNN. So we are not kidding here. We are doing serious stuff. So if you are a follower, you are a fan, you believe in my platform, sometimes you have to understand you are an international fan. You are a bigger fan. Your level of intelligence, maturity, when it comes to political discussions, understanding issues, it is high. Don't lower yourself to termites, people who are craving for attention. They want to be like Kevin Taylor. You can never be like Kevin Taylor because Kevin Taylor has been ordained by Almighty Allah. And what I can do, most of you people trying to be like me cannot do it because it comes with discipline, self-dedication, respect for my listeners and my viewers. And that is the hallmark of this platform. And people should understand what we do here is bigger than some people think. All right. Thank you so much. Now, Edena Ekoswa, Ewa Ghana, a few months ni, esisi so amenti ede na ekoso mepe konkonsa ba ku mienu bi TV no mo frɛ no Osibo Media, shut that live down. You will not get your platform again. Ede na ekoso Abuache, Ghana CNN is live. Okay, team, they said he has ended the stream. That's fine. That's good of him. Konkonsebi any town. Okay. And the moment for Jumadi so now, as we make noise, as people scream, Ghana, the echo sunyani ni pakika kansem na osi etiasie. There's something that is interesting. And the Makase Yebeka Goldbod Honsem. Now, the uniqueness about this platform is say, so Asemba, what we do and say, we simplify the matter to the simplest form. Senebeya, obin to mintin crying. And obin to kumatin takra den yan adwene say, obituma radio so na TV so etu futuru Ghana phone. That is our hallmark. Our hallmark is simplicity. We try to say asamoba na nipa bi person omo complex nipa bi person omo asam ne yehunya na obi ekebi and also TV and a Goldbod yes Goldbod go for sikasam we say bebre na we ditro na we ka say now nipa bebre Ghana they are confused they are like what's really going on, what is really the issue. And but you say IMF akase or chana bet you say avenue marking kakawure we jimi wakase and bet you say you are it's all over the place. Nipa bebre teach you omo abruchia day to day omo busier once in a while they watch TV, they don't or YouTube. So what we do here is as some neighbor say we take our time, we analyze the issue. Obiabe to match mic aka current affairs. Obiabe to make us a journalist. Obiabe to make us asem about me kebi. But and that is what basically separates us from some of these animals trying to use tribal lines out of desperation, forcing themselves to be accepted. That is what they do. But what we do here is we take a step back. Then we ask ourselves, when we go into editorial meeting, we ask ourselves, how do we make this simple? How do we make this the ordinary Ghanaian now? Politicians, the ordinary Ghanaian, how do they understand? A better name, and complicated matter. Because all Tia Ghana former Koskunyan and Nimyansa. And then Ghana former Koskunyan, the Kinkai or Motiasie. And then Ghana for you now, we should suit, and I say, Bia, Omia politics and the Nimyansa. And then you'll be on radio, so TV, so Facebook, YouTube, and the Nimyansa. It is about how the message, So my job here is simple. My job is to let you understand Goldbod as same way in a simplest matter. In fact, this case, MPP are forcing scandal. No? I can use a minute for every single Ghanaian to understand. That's what I'll do here. It is not going to be more than 20 minutes, but every single Ghanaian will understand. Say, okay, assembling in Sebio yedi adwe akwaji kube, and that is what we have done as a nation, and that is what John Mahama has done. That is what Goldbod has done. That is what this government they have done. Omo de adwe akwaji kube, adwe kitikiti bi omo de akwaji kube, and that is what we need to understand. We need to cast our mind back, how it started, how we got here, and how we are doing. And so you ask yourself, Nipebia, everything you do is about progress. It's about progressing. So now as we speak today, say Goldbod come about. Say the Goldbod is sembe topono so. Now say out of hatred for an individual, I sami jemfi odi Goldbod enim no. Say eno sebio hating people want to try and destroy what we have all built. Yana nanom menewo ene build cocoa board. Ena cocoa board ya bedru ha. John Mahama nyanse woni timni NDC for oma build what we call Goldbod. Inti yedru ha. Yebedi sankomo no. Yama Ghana fo nyina ate ase na obi ehun se ampa ensem keka ene ahoya ene ntwato so no. It is because we as a people collectively yako parliament and yakoji Goldbod too mu. Inti dwuma dia Goldbod edi no edi amawo ene me, and we have every right to make sure you protect the Goldbod. Now sankomo no me drew what I will do is say but Ghana ni bia beti ase, and then I bet you the difference between this platform and any other platform out there. That will be the difference between this platform and any other platform. More Holland, more Germany, more UK, more America. Sebio uskuni nkwenim abrochene wotukwa na obo bra, more fie ebia uskuni nkwenim nyoma bebre mo kana ebi wana aha ene ekire de ekwase. Aha ene edwudwom. Aha ene ma Ghana fo hu de ekwankasa. Inti yedru Kevin Taylor ba the platform no enie me team no are ready. Ye ba bedwudwom. Now before we enter the wagon, Team, are we good? Okay. If we are good, then we can move on. Now, before good evening. Good evening to the one and only. Good evening to the one and only sophisticated, international, respectable, solid bouncer in Accra. In Accra, no, one of the most professional bouncers and as security guards. Ghana. You cannot do away. And this guy is called Abraham Fofo Cash. And I think a lot of people know this guy, one of the best. In fact, say sometimes over the TBB. I've been in Ghana for about, I think my work Ghana about 6 weeks. Now, baby, now unya that kind of reception from security personnel or protect a particular place. Now, there's one guy that I have always respected when it comes to professionalism, when it comes to somebody being diligent in his work, and is this head bouncer at Alora Beach. His name is Abraham Fofo Cash. I have personally dealt with him. Abraham Fofo Gasu, that's his name, sorry. Abraham Fofo Gasu, made a friend captain. And to be very honest with you, one of the best in Accra. Oko Alora Beach, their head bouncer, Abraham Fofo Gasu, the best bouncer, reception-wise, respect-wise. You can't bouncer a wabutre to make sure, say, Bibia at the entrance till we get down, you sit and all that. And you can't go wrong when it comes to Abraham Fofo. So he's the head bouncer Alora. Boss, I wa ball rough when I'm bonefe. Also boha no abachia. Oboha wa bo now to say nimbo no NCC so high 60, high 72. Akwana bo uniformly. Just say, Odum so okwa no or tam da de na on tam de say or tam da de any straight. Akwana boy efe. Now ocean la cause na chest na ready beku. Fofo. Also, because Jim, Akwani is a solid guy. When you go to Alora, ask for the head bouncer, Abraham Fofo Gasu, or then the head bouncer, Alora Beach. I went to Ghana. I spent a lot of time there with my family, and this guy is exceptional. The services at Alora too is beautiful. I really like the way almost services good, and food is great. A few places I visited in Accra. I will talk about those places, but for now, dear, I can tell you, say in Accra, Bole. Captain Fofo Abraham Gasu Alora head bouncer mo bianco ho na Jack o man charge so na se okase odigina wo ha on sa macho man phone bebre ho a omuni blow to but Abraham blow to obo blow na on say your punch na your punch ono ohwe ahase no na odigina wo bo mfimfi o ma o se ganyan ma on ba biom because we sua blow mu technique on say blow your technical different kinds of blow your triplet. Stripe it. I don't know. Be to me, but now I say a chew. Any of what Eddie and cocknack. Cocknack. And I had to say we fun blue. Macho man who fun blue. No, the BBI should say. But Abraham, they no a punch. And then the friend hit tough. I or bow bondo so. Now I say what gim. I best 6 months. Not that one no Eddie a better that. Indeed, this guy is one of the best. A friend Abraham Gasu Fofo. Alora Beach bouncer. The picture ni come the chemo. Me any trap picture. Some so body na de any mienu. Ye say I no homo any trap picture no. I acquired me advert Abraham. Me what to so girls in the bar me fro. Hey Abraham, I heard you. They were talking about you on Kevin Taylor was talking about you. Hey Abraham. If you make any mistake, I'll tell your wife. It's girls in the bar Abraham. I heard you. They were mentioning your name. Now Lucina secret. Hey Abraham, concentrate. Abraham, maintain. Alora head bouncer, Abraham Gasu. Thank you very much, Chef. Okay, now, free promo for bouncer. I Obiaba Ghana be open the best bouncer, Abraham Gasu. Now, as we speak, your city now trading at 11.3 to $1. Dede Koso, Nipebi, try say, for a long time, if there's one thing you can respect about this government, John Mahama's government, the consistency when it comes to how strong the city has been. In fact, Aban Weber power is almost 2 years. Now, majority of businesses in Ghana, the confidence they have in this government, the government has been able to keep the cedi, the dollar, the rate, the pace consistently. And that is what should tell you about a government that is intelligent. I already said protect or mine. Whatever a government does, the moment you are not able to make sure there's confidence in your currency, the dollar does not at the end of the day suppress your economy. That is all that a third world country like Ghana, we the voters ask for all the time. 99% of the people who voted in 2024 MPP in Kwasiafo, it was because most of them no more saying. Most of them are no more kwanso, no more sikashi. Internally, amount for no mudija. Now they could not trust it because every single day we saw the dollar move all the way to like 17 at a point. And when you have a government that cannot tame the dollar, that cannot make sure that there's some consistency, sa abaina na eye Bawumia Ekufuado Abaino, not Omwejiminti. They could not figure it out how to make sure, say, the Ghanaian businessman, the foreigner who is investing in Ghana or is in Ghana, will believe in the economy. No, that MPP Abaino Omwejiminti, they could not do that. But today, from 2025, Ebesi Enda Menoka say, the currency of the cedi has been very, very consistent. And every businessman, whether internationally or locally, that is all that they need. Say, or full plane every Accra, Japan, and now China, Akofanyoma, Onimse Oti plane Mukrampodo, that dollar to cedi, it is not going to change. If it is going to even change, it is going to be marginal. But because a marginal, one your crampa is insignificant, so you might not even see it. And that is what this NDC government has done. When you are a government, I would third world country where people depend on more imports, where people buy and sell, the most important thing you need to do is to keep your currency there, in a place where it is consistent, where the market can believe in. And that is what they have done. And that is the basic thing every Ghanaian businessman, every ordinary Ghanaian wanted. And we are seeing it. So, and then it showed the difference between NDC by where John Mahamadano and the leadership are making sure the economy is so and it's Ankwasiafone from MPP for Omoma Baumia ebe dada omo na Oma Junior omo say Jiminti, we are still going to fall for their gimmicks, comedy, foolish, corrupt attitude. They know that we are no more stupid again. And nobody can use tribe, nobody can use defamation, nobody can use in Katoswa to win power in Ghana. It's done. So this alone should tell you that this is a government that can be trusted. When you see the dollar, when you see the cedi being consistent, being stable, it means your job is protected as a businessman. It means your investment, why or bank, and that's why anything, it is being protected. So to be catch say, the government or this government making sure say dollar does not swallow the cedi, it is enough. Because technically, they are being the watchdogs. They are protecting every investment. Ye pe changing government, they pe changing government. Ninyinan say and sabakoyano. Ninyinan say juma bejina. Ninyinan say sika yesi no enshi. And this is what the NDC government is doing. The NDC government is basically doing what? Protecting you, your investment, whatever you are doing now, whatever you think of doing in the future. And that is what I want you to understand. Abayno e boy juma. And this about way Emma governance are simple. We all saw the NPP, Bawumia MPP, how they came into power, their foolishness to the highest level, Jimie, corruption, and sika through gold for oil policy, how they stole from you through NAPCO, how they stole from you through so many fake policies they put together. And nobody can walk in Ghana and point to a dam and say, out of Bawumia policy into dam way yejuma. Nobody. Those people were daft. They were high-grade criminals parading in Ghana as politicians. Nobody can walk and say, one district, one factory. We built it from scratch, MPP, and this is where people are working, Ebini Ghana. So it should tell you that these are imposters, filthy, dirty people who think that they are so entitled to power. But today we are seeing a government in power today, a government that is protecting you, your assets, a government that is protecting whatever you are putting your money in. That is why you see the dollar. So every time you see the cedi no akos at 12 and do 12 and that is what consistency means. And so what to about my NDC? Now who believes say your government, your life, your investment is being protected. Why do you change your mind? Abai ni nyina sɛ sika bɛba wo nsɛm wodwetire nhye aban ni nyina no na sɛ wobɛyɛ aban na woba na dollar ne koduru 17 na de DDEP ba na sɛ wogye nkɔfo sika na wo sa ɛyɛ galamsey sɛ man na wode kwase akɔtena nkyɛn 2 years pa wo se woto keka wontiama wotumi nwan hwan na mfa tumi ma gyimini hwan na mfa tumi ema kwasea obu ne nkɔfo kwasea. We lived in Ghana na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ankasa sector minister from Pobwati at the report man say saa nkwasiafo we na etu egudie efri inwurem esensuo Samia Wuku Kojo Ponkroma Chema Untumi Obubo Dimbo Gabi din nyina wom yetena kroma Akufo-Addo achichidie we na no nsuo nso ka kire say he wasn't going to act on it. At a point he defended Chema Untumi kromfu tetwa mo aboaten. Are you people stupid? Into 2 years you remfi. Into NDC enye bibi nti yenya den emwa. We are talking about people who are rational. And now Ghanaians are rational. Obia to me surround upon kotena koko so kan kwasi asep, we will correct you. Jimmy ni bia to me kotena Peace FM, enya na to kan bebube, we will correct you. Ofu bia to me kotena Sempa. Jimmy ni bia to me kotena radio think I say ye kan mo bi nkebi. No. We have opened the doors for people to be able to explain things, understand issues in a basic form so that they make decisions moving forward. That decision in Ghana for year in 2024. So, somebody said that 1992 and because we have left that stage. We are at a point where people are practically seeing what a government is doing. Go around the nation and see the effects of this government. How roads are being built all over the place. Yatiane ka say ye ba be ye dien ye be ye Kumasi Accra Express Road ye nyankwasiafo MPP mu e ka kire Ghana for say ye mpene emmoa. Ghana does not revolve around a tribalistic, stupid, ungrateful party. No. Ghana is for Ghanaians and what we want to do is what we will do. Inti sa monkwasi adwene na da mutirimu no. Ye MPP for inti we deserve power no. As we live and Almighty Allah is alive, you people will never see power. Yes. This government is not a perfect one, but at least when we nipa, this government is not a perfect one. But yet we nipa, and we will always live with humans. And it does not matter how you feel. Let me tell you, people, the way you feel, no, it will not change how we do our things. It will not change how Ghanaians think now. The way you feel about John Mahama, how you hate Samis Jemfi, how you hate the NDC young men working up and down, how you feel about Ato Forsen, it will not change what this government is doing because this government is on the right track. I'm not going to sit here and say the government has gotten everything right. No. But this is a living being. So we are not going to give you people that space. Now, no, you bebu some questions. And so when you know what Jimmy, you best so squasia. So when you know Nimyansa, you the and some paba wow, you be boy in some amount. Now we are Korana with Jimmy Cradia and the winning of Bodam, Yan Chimau. We are not going to entertain this kind of retrogressive, stupid thinking. Yeah, MPP for tea. Now, anti mammy and to my NDC bium, mammy and ninja the NDC, near Mamu to me, Anna, what are you doing? The MPP, what do you need power for? What do you people need power for? One can't say them to me, because you are looking at the numbers now. Are you going to bring the numbers down? That is what you need to tell the people. Yamamu to me 8 years. In 9, you exhibited the highest form of monkeyism. Yahudiamuya wa Ghana kronim. Yahudiamudia hemfo. Yahudiamudia sofo. Mode billions go to amena donko edaho e creating tuntumo on crime in 9. So yenya den yen sesan ya adwene yen tam to me mamo na mo fanya den emwa bola munye nipa enti say ya na ebekọ no yen tam to me mamo ana mahama anya say ana ba NDC for ana samenya fi enti yenya den yen tam mamo na munye den. And we need to know these things. And tomorrow is pregnant. Power, when power will change again. Tomorrow is pregnant. We will see if power changes tomorrow, that power will change again. Nobody can intimidate anybody with power will change. Tomorrow is pregnant. And kwasiafo, we also with them when people will be them. Mopa munchi obiya antu munya power. But today, if you are guilty and the law says you have untum ube dem kwasiafo na muje sa muche obi ogana nana. And nobody's scared of power will change. Nobody's scared of tomorrow is pregnant. Whoever is guilty today and needs to be jailed needs to go inside. 50 years or so go jail. When you get that power, when that table turns, it will turn again. Kwasiafo mumbo muhumboding mumbre muwase mun sumpa Ghana for chow mun yi muhum fa motun si for mentwi moto ase en fa manu ko bu to gatem na mun nom gatem so kwasiafo guy say tomorrow is pregnant. When tomorrow gives birth, it will give birth again. Mun ya to me mo de yeden ye busa mo de bia mo betra TV so mo betra radio so mo betra Facebook na mu kike mu no. The question is mo de to me ne yeden ye hu de mo de to me ye na mo de to me ne yeden yete ya na sledge ne Samira etwempena kwasiafo mo de to me ne yeden sledge odi Samira mun konko busa Samira mo de to me no yeden munim de ba kwasiafo. And I would like to tell the Attorney General, I would like to tell the Yoko boss, we want to know the investigations you did when it comes to Sledge's wife. And we want the OSP to also let us know about Sledge, the $97 million our GD, you know. We want to know how the investigations has gone. We want to know. Kwasiafo mudimi ahu yabe pai mo party ni to. Mese mo kobuta Samira. Sledge no twempa on odi no. Anything na OSP does not want to touch a Sledge issue no. He needs to touch it. Yabe pai party ni to. We want Raymond Archer, stop covering up nonsense at Yoko and don't make Relax Rasta your spokesperson. We want to know how far with our investigations because you cannot be hunting a woman. Abra ni kuruna yeche no. Everybody thinks say yenya Sledge man because Sledge used Samira and Baumia to buy his way out. No. So this Samira is not a problem, but we want to get to the bottom of the $97 million. So Raymond Archer should understand he cannot use that office to intimidate anybody in Ghana. He needs to get it right. If you are doing what is right, it's right. I don't care. But make sure the principle now will apply, apply it fairly. And the OSP, that OSP working in Ghana, or say what Sledge or your investigations, I want to know. We all want to the investigation. We want to know how it went, how it's going. We just hear Jimmy Ghana. You can see a bobo video hand come to Martina Kronim. You can see a can sama. Why not Martina Kronim? We want OSP and Yoko come out with the findings of your investigations. This is just 1 week. Raymond Archer is not the president of Ghana. He's a civil servant. He works for the people. You cannot be selective about Asama also DHA. We want to know. Straight.
No. Twin it. Hey. Cha 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 cha. Twin it. Hey. Mama. Hey. Nyata. Nyata. Nyata biloko. Nyata. Nyata nagai. Nyata. Mama. Twin it. Hey. Nyata. Cha 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 cha. Twin it.
All right, team, stay with me and let me know when it's right to enter the wagon. Team, stay with me. Let me know when it's right to enter the wagon. Mr. P, Mr. S, please, let me know when it is right to enter the wagon. Team, please. All right. Team, stay with me. Stay with me, please. All right, now, Mama Yanfa and Shashaso. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. S. Now, Eba eye in summer ye kikenya ebi ensunye, and these are things we need to pay attention to because sanyama we say mine. Okay, so what do you think, Mr. P? The Ghana Police Service has seized 500 cartons of assorted tramadol at Widana in the Upper East region. The seizure forms part of ongoing efforts by the Ghana Police Service to clamp down on the illegal trafficking and distribution of pharmaceutical drugs. You say, Endra, Ghana Police Service, Srim, Omutumi, Ekochi, Nipebia, Tramadol, Edrubonia, Embranti, and Efa, Ekunipa Bibliogana, no, about 500 cartons. This means, we have to pay attention to your borders, any nipa bi imagine say they are going to do everything possible to destroy the future of young people in Ghana. Now, say you tumako one place in Ghana in the north, na say you tumehu tramadol, assorted kind of this illicit drug in one warehouse. It means there are so many warehouses in Ghana, amount for are hoarding this kind of hard drugs. In fact, recently we have seen the effort NACOC, the Ghana Police Service, Ejuma Omoye when it comes to cracking down on illegal drug camps. We have seen it for a very long time. I think we say there are agencies and institutions they can actually take action. But you have to understand, say we the citizenry, we also need to play a part, a role. Now you can't tell me, say this warehouse. The people who live around it, they never know, say, Nipebi Airton, say, good dubone, and I say, Honomostone. They know. So, as much as the police service, NACOC, they are doing their best to clamp down on these illicit drugs in the system. We, as citizens, we also need to take part, help them bring down these menace, bring down this menace. Because the issue is, Saudi say, amwakonkwa ba enenum eyesa edrowe a sa amwakoba na obetuma influence oba mo anum bi. And so what junior will say, a group of people be na omuma say, omunumedro say, sometimes when you watch TV and you see young people who are drug addicts, now or TikToker, remember, I can tell you on authority, say you can find yourself in that position. You see, when you are young, when you are at a point in life, you are very curious. Some people are curious. Some people basically do these things because of the pressures of life. That does not give anybody the right to get themselves involved in drugs. But you have to understand, idea very easy to get. Things that are easy to come by. It is very easy for those things to also make negative impacts in the community. And the more drugs in the system, the probability of getting more young people involved in drugs is high. And it's not. Ana de bianco focus na say yachi inkofo ebo krono wo Ghana, America krono yachi America. There are so many people arrested every single day when it comes to drug trafficking. There are so many people in America yachi one way or the other, whether by being corrupt or doing something. The difference is that in America now, 90% of the people in America omunim di omu yebia no bebia di omu beko. Obi a ton drug in America. Obi a into illicit drug trafficking in America. Obi a anything illegal in America. Onim the sentence they will get. Onim where it will end them. But these people in Ghana who are involved in these kind of bad drugs in the system, warehouse, most of them, Metmakacho say, the young people around they don't even know, say, how many years no mess of jail. They think it is just remand. Oh, they think where the becho, you counseling. No. And I believe, the government at this point, from NACOC to Ghana Police Service, we need to set example with some people. Some people, like a Kochinko say, the person behind this, at least we need to give that person life in imprisonment. See, a masani panel life, it will send the shock down. Okay? Chairman to me 25 years, it's very low. Chairman to me 25 years in jail, very, very low. Chairman to me was supposed to go in for life. And Obiakra or Jine or what idea or what's the Kebidawa or Jine was or beko into illegal mining. No, Sani Pano would think twice or thrice. Chairman to me was supposed to be jailed for life. Then it will be that mark. People will understand and say, Yeah, the Obia Kotum for life. 25 years still does not deter some people from going into illegal mining, even though that is what the law says. But if we want to really set example, we want to really let the people know that this is something that you can use someone to set an example. Chairman went to me like that. You know what? Facts, no, court what evidence now. The attorney general making the case. No, Wood to me was supposed to be in for life. He's supposed to die in jail. Because the crimes are Yejina so ejele went to me for being a facilitator, helping, taking money, destroying water body, destroying forest, Sadena would to me, and it is going to destroy us for the next 40 years. So Wood to me is not supposed to live to see it. Wood to me is supposed to be in there. He's supposed to rot in there. He's supposed to die in jail. Senebeya in Chimba will understand, say, even being involved as an associate, even thinking about being going into illegal mining, it can land you 40 years or 50 years. That's what we need to do. So these kind of people are these people, when we catch them, because you see, Yaya Jumana are trying to clean the system up. Every day, General Mante, Nakok, and his people, they're on the street. They are catching people, they are arresting people. The Ghana Police Service, they are cracking down. But we have still not set that example that will put fear in some people that when it comes to illicit drug importation or trying to sell drugs in Ghana, I should not venture. As much as NACOC is working seriously, in fact, the proliferation of drugs on our streets has gone down. And we are seeing people still bringing it in. We need a landmark prosecution. And then to be changing the mindset. Let me tell you. The problem we are going through are Danny Brown. The day another danko for the be a forest. Every acre be a chairman to me a 2 year. Every acre MPP for a 2 year your forest because remember, Nana danko for the Baumi the car say young come mine where forest can't get to see Sabala Bujina Pocas Yampino. Now, the day they started mining in our forest, that was the day Sa Adena Uhuno, Sa Insuna Uhunisano. Also, Tiasie. Baby a chairman would me any MPP for any Omoya Galam say AD forest baby, and every time it rains, Sa in Sona I attach it to find its way into our streams. You cannot stop it easily. You can even do reclamation, but what happens is when it rains, because there are no trees to soak that rain, to make sure that that forest keeps the rain in. Baby a chairman want to me AD and then the colleagues on Medina MPP mu omuja ohon and then science you na insota. Remember, in Soto forester it finds its way. Water always finds its way out. Enti say in so da ho tonkwa dia na in forest no ye dim na say ye ntumi ndia forest back to its natural space. Remember, ye ntumi endua no mani nyina fifi in the next 20 years. It's going to take time. Enti it is the aftermath. Dear chairman want to mu ye na ho faso na ye nya no. The MPP for the destruction they did. Now you say obi to galawo asase we so na ofiri okwa that pollution, any water pollution now ever happen. You think it will take only 2 years to stop? No. You are seeing a lot of rivers getting contaminated. Adane Brown. Let me tell you, I will not sit here and say nipebi enya galam so Ghana and there are some people who are still working, but the magnitude of sa in sona free quiet mura it is still going to be like that for years. Nobody can tell me in Ghana say ejuma naimos ebc naimos the introduction of naimos krana aboya kakra as a nation. Na san Kenya naimos 8 years ekufo de tiasia anka ju sa ha na ewo anka Ghana nsuo eniate the amount of damage naimos abehu and what they are trying to stop. Let me tell you, Senka, yenya effective policing and effective security to say naimos and anka almost preventing illegal mining and can then niha. Every single day in Sobia Betobiano, the water comes from the forest. Now, most of the forest yedi. Chama won to me on an akunta mining. Any MPP for Samia Wuku, Kojo Ponkroma, Kate Jemfua, any Charles Bisumo, Omunina, any Mrekudukam. They went into the forest. They shared it. I'm not saying it. The Frimpong Boateng report is there. It is clear. The aftermath of the destruction and the yehuno. But Yambon Paye say the work this government is doing, the introduction of NIMOS, you bet me stop it. Back to this matter, no. I will urge the government to say, Yampe campaign bakwa or ton a yet tramador Ghana, ni enchino. Ne yamane for life. Sa nyoma we unhu bi osrem. From our checks, our young men and women in the northern region, they are going through a lot. They are getting the biggest hit. Northern region and Ashanti region. Northern region and Ashanti region. So we study in Ghana 16 regions now. These two regions, illicit drug, tramadol, edrubone, and say the young people. So we need to take some drastic measures. And I'll urge the government, I'll urge the president, I'll urge the judiciary, I'll urge all of us to come together and say, this kind of bastard police, whoever is found culpable, life. Ne colleagues, somebody be life should be the standard. Life should be where you see a change, you reset here. We need to start with life in prison. Because if we don't do that, 10 years, 15 years, obeba, Chairman, want to be 25 years, cheap, too low. Want to me, Osanko demo for life, no owu jail. Na odie mia, na otna jenoren and sa, no born and sano, na osa wutuaso. Want to me is supposed to die in jail. He's not supposed to see light again. Because Woon to me has destroyed lives. He has destroyed a nation. He punched the heart of a nation. He took out our heart and he chewed it. And we need to let Woon to me feel that pain. So, yeah, bro, nyamaso. Let's get serious. Let's try and make sure that all right, now, team, thank you very much. I wanted to kill agenda, but let's go straight. Now, as some way nende eda nipa bibrano, especially the NPP party of piglets. Now, ninyina say eye NPP for episode force scandal at the share Goldbod kum, led by Afenyo Markin, the pedophile protector. Now, we are Ghanaian. Sometimes you ask yourself, say, Goldbod, you introduce here. Ghana buying through John Mahama buying Edibaye. Goldbod, no. Dientina, NDC buying by almost all the BBF and Goldbod ever. We need to start from the back. We will understand what is happening today. Now, Auditor General, our auditor a Goldbod. Auditor General, our auditor Goldbod, we who discrepancies be. The Auditor General's report did not point to anywhere that Sami Jemfi's Goldbod, NDC Goldbod of the buyer, no, Omo Wiesika, and Omo Boka Eguo. The Auditor General of Ghana, or no, ena eba Ghana Sika Samu Shishemu. Ono ne de ahye ne nsa constitution amane to me say bebia eye aban institution no wo ho kwan say obeden obehwehwe omo nkratem omo sika semon. Na Auditor General no eye sa adwuma no Sami Jemfi Goldbod etam krata bia Auditor General ehia. As we sit here, the Auditor General be and also charges Goldbod because obusa nkrata bia ne nsanka. Nobody from any institution that has been mandated to audit a Goldbod and can say na ya pese ra Goldbod ya pese ya audit omo nkrata mu ya hwem sikasem omo ampene. In fact, the Auditor General are confirmed say nkrata bia omo busa ye bia every Goldbod omo nsakaye. At the end of the audit, they didn't find any losses at Goldbod a year. Omujuma dienti omaboka egu Ghana so a was a Ghana for obitina be because Goldbod aboka egu Ghana so. Now, the question here is Goldbod no omujuma dieni saying identity ti Goldbod. DNA Majo Mahama banka say or say ABB a friend Goldbod. Ade kudi ti Cocoa board. Din nyina say na Cocoa board anyhow. Abaitena se hu say eye Ghana ye gudie ba ko a sebio eboya ma oman etumpon eba sika sem tutuyem se na ebetuma ton enya sika na ye cocoa. Aban no at a point be hu say cocoa no ye nuanum no bi etwa anase omutwa cocoa no ekoton no wa monone. Ye gasa amonone a Ivory Coast, Togo, de eye nkura ebenye. Entina cocoa na ye dua ne Ghana na ehon fa so pa na enya ne enya. Interbank Transika say, Obeti institution friend go a cocoa board, and no never so, and make sure say Ghana Nibian to me, we are cocoa, enco Ivory Coast, enco town, not Yanni Ghana for MK dream, not Ivory Coast, Nibian over to be a cocoa, so that Ghana, not Sebio, say a cocoa no, ewa, na you are not talk. the main reason the Goldbod buy and say ebe protect your cocoa ye benya ho sika enye bi ede ahwe kuafo enye bi de aye kwan enye bi ede akwan enye bi ede ama scholarship. So the basic thing was to protect cocoa na eno so ye goodie da home. For a long time Goldbod aso Ghana sene. When it comes to your sika sam, your budget be baby na ye the Goldbod sika ehim e ma no tumi gina eba yeka bi ye twetwa na brocha na Goldbod buy no ye tumi ti cocoa nyamfa so de tua yeka nti ebe ye something na abe say part of us yen tumi enchekere man no without making sure say Goldbod ni sika sam entoto ye ene de ebenya Goldbod mu gina na so nti that was the idea. Now for a long time gold na ye de boy ho samra hene ewo Africa ni wiase nyina no ye be hu say ye gold dodo a ye tu no Ghana no na nipa bebre o Ghana omfa ekwanpa entu gold no. Secondly ye be hu say nipa bi abawura Ghana ye gold no omutu no kwan bone so e na omo sade gold no e dwane kwa abruchire koton. Second, that means ni enya ho mfaso. Thirdly, ye hu say de ye nimra bia ebetumi ama gold na abedi ensem ye ni ankasa ye betuma fa kwan paso ato na ye siesie na ya to na monone na sika na sa begu ensem na ye di bi adane dollar edi egu ye nchi as reserves na ye ni bi nti eno so ka ho e na aban ka se dabi ye behia bibia ye friend Goldbod nti Goldbod juma de ni nyina ne se eba abebo ye gudi a nipa bi area ye gudia Chinese for India for Lebanese for abesha Ghana no money nipa bi te se chairman wontumi bawomia MPP for AD in sawoso area ye fa ye gudia ne ko nti John Mahama ka se o se otwaso mo kai se MPP what power ye be be afraid gold for oil buy if you say drum pempenso bi na Ghana say de benya fango e de Ghana for atono efo ama ye nyina ho atoto ne ye nya bi ena MPP for we ya ntwam we ebeka kire say ba wo mia so de ade bia ba friend gold for oil na Ghana gold no omutu a chema wontumu tu no kwan bone so omu ne galamse for ka omutiri bom no mutu no kwan bone so a omu betumi de ama a third party an intermediary a friend no edian Alpha Stream na wo de akọ Dubai akoton owia no no sa Alpha Stream na to petrol de abreye Abranka yene gold no ye betuma tam de akọ world market so New York stock market and I said the UK near town officially na ya day ye de aba beto fan gold de aba no omo ka se da bi omo wo broni bi Arab ni bi ono na betam gold no de akọ ye tena krom ha Mahmoud Bawumia ne MPP ntwambo e ka kire se gold for oil no ene de be ma fan gold boaye fo e wo Ghana ye jiminti ye ka se yo ena Bawumia ne group e start say omo tu ye nsase Omoma India for Lebanese for Baya, Omo the excavators begu Ghana, Chema untumi na abo captain's band. Rekuduka, Gabimo, and an almost sensase. And the gold for oil. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP for Antumi Anko Ton gold no amanone proper na say na gold dodo na eba gold for oil no na illegal gold. Inti abrofo no so ahye bi. Saudi gold baba aya abruchire America beton ama dollar ma odi akokuru akoto fango a e wo se gold no ye free be traceability. You need to be able to trace the gold. Baby a utu no sebio e yankwara ne tu ye e mercury bi na odi sasase no e galamsey a chema untumi entina ba omia untumi nya saa because na e galamsey sikanti omo cut out America UK market near better no and omo fa Alpha Stream so on fa koti kwan so nkoton illegal gold na chema untumi MPP for tu no na on san top petro efum famra. They were trying to evade. They were trying to move around or go around the legitimate way because the people say Ghana and UK are fine, and America are fine. I didn't think you go there per se. You tough and go, young fanko turn America, near tough and go famba. And so, by me, said that be Alpha Stream no and fanko Dubai because abroad no America for the UK for me, say gold no two no wine. Embrabe na de bon buy am out me two gold no. Ubetuma share baby gold free. No when you ready some answer that question because that share ma want to me or your galamsey campaign. Sa time no na ketijemfu a e2. Na omo Chinese for come to my bueni and almost saying sase wo Ghana. Frempon Boatia na your sector minister or share send you two a good day asase or tro krata come akufo say nana ye ne nkofo na say at a point party here sikayete omo ka che Frempon Boatia say wabodam ekufo de krata ahyehye ne to ekotena menhia ka che otumfo mo say omo ye nkwara na bibie ni ho ye tena krom ha Me chiro baby a Goldbod. The ma John Mahama nyansa. Any NDC forecasters a me jemfin koda no me chiro wichi. Say na be akwase bi betina TikTok. Kwase bi betina Facebook say Goldbod aboka wo so woni ye hare. Me chiro mu midwudwam me ya ne simple. Na Ghana for na nsam na bana amanfo bi twantro mo beti nyoma na se. Enti ye didim te se me nhia dondon. Ye didim at the same share dondon and NDC ba power and John Mahama say they see wo gold mafia on pese besibium okay gold mafia Alistair dear Mr. S Alistair okay gold mafia nana do nanko ekufu de case control letter ma Al Jazeera na onu gold smuggling na din abem no on tia se ekosi sen ekufu do ye kromfo tetwa mo aboaten oyewi Nana Dankwa Kufuado in the history of the Republic of Ghana, ye nye documentary abroche network bi aso mbo president din say wa fe ne to airton illegal gold ye boy Kufuado din wom. Omo ka kire say omo ko siw Al Jazeera, omo ma Al Jazeera warning ebesi nde yante. Sa nyomedim na John Mahama ka say ompede sa krono no bekoso biom Ghana. Yambo ye gudie no ho ban. Ye make sure say ye de mra atoto kwan mu ama egudie na ejina ne naso ye betumi tunu kwan paso ye betumi ehun bebia ye tu no ye betumi aton ye ne ankasa ya ton ye betumi make sure say omo ba ye krom ha omo wi egudie ko India China no ye betwa so na ye betumi aboy ensase ho ban no or the bibia friend Goldbod. Editor John Mahama introduce idea friend Goldbod. Na Goldbod nya say ye sika ye gudie na nipa bi area Edi kwan bonu su etu a ye nya hu mfaso a ye Ghana for ye bre ho no e wo se ye bon ho ban na edi mfaso bre ye every say tokuro na abeda ho no e tokuro a wo se ye si. That is the introduction of Goldbod. Into John Mahama ka said abi they say wiase no you need to take care of yourself into offer abrante e fe no samije fi se kwada no na Goldbod jumadi akodi no in the interests of the Republic of Ghana. The people's gold. Go there and make sure say jumadi bi obedibia no ebenya Ghana benya ho mfaso. That basically that is it. Now, Goldbod baye obebusa say Goldbod jumadi be no mudi 2025 ena eye parliament ejitu mu say Goldbod betube di juma. Remember ye nyina ye te Ghana ha obi o ha ye to be fan say beza yet we find say treasurer our company bi mu obo yet we find say accountant oh ya fa accountant we adwuma ya man adwuma say onko adwuma wo ebia ministry bi ana institution ana school bi now ya ma accountant in letter January na letter di mu no e kire say obe start adwuma March but he needs to report and do what familiarize himself with how the work goes, meaning even though yama accountant in a letter no wako school hona or hono officially the accountant ne juma starting March. And all you people watching me civil servants for now they are now Goldbod NDC winning power 2025 the Goldbod no officially started after Parliament of Ghana basically came out and said say ye nyina ya jiatum MPP ntwamwa and NDC former parliament everything say they are the people's representatives. MPP ni be all parliament NDC ni be all parliament no they don't represent animals, they represent human beings. They all came together and said ya ji Goldbod atum. So for now no ya mo mutumi so betuma to gold ometuma protect gold ometumi aden I make sure so we tracy omo ton gold na omo wia no omo stop omo protect Ghana omo de sika bebe fie by selling right gold omo say into the 2 million ma Goldbod in 2025 somewhere in when September. Now Goldbod buy any nyina no na NPP are buying first no yakoto gold na Bank of Ghana wone media. Bank of Ghana is a banker, Constitution of the Republic of Ghana etiye enyo bia dia Ghana dia time na MPP wa power no na Bank of Ghana person mo to gold every small scale miners were legitimately na omo di sika no edema PMMC into PMMC for intermediaries omo na etoto gold from 2017 2018 19 20 time ba omi gold for oil buy from 2021 22 23 Bank of Ghana tam Ghana sika no mo di ama PMMC se mo ena mo nkoto gold na mo famra na yenkoto nya ho mfaso. Now what happened in say that period na omo toto gold Emma Bank of Ghana no till say Parliament beji tu mu say Sami Jemfi the Goldbod ebe to me take over no. Sa period no to time as Sami Jemfi mu take over no about $400 million and over. Ain't Sami Jemfi's Goldbod was there, but Sami Jemfi Goldbod no take over officially to be dealing with Bank of Ghana as a middle agency, and I say intermediary after a year the Parliament of Ghana can say I fed the Goldbod monster tie juma. Ain't from 2021 to 2025 until Parliament Eshem Rase Goldbod etumi etito Goldma Bank of Ghana no na a PMMC any the Bank of Ghana any dijuma. So Sami Jemfi the Goldbod had been established, but they didn't have control on the buying of gold for the Bank of Ghana because PMMC were still doing that job until Parliament gave Goldbod right to buy. Into a honor Goldbod Parliament is here and I'm say ya jimwatum emrano chese ebomuchino. That is when Sami Jemfi started buying gold for the Bank of Ghana. And I'm saying Sami Jemfi because on the leading gold board. Now, the question here is, and the MPP for Abba say, hey, aseme si. Na aseme ne si. Eye MPP for Sami Jemfi aboka. Remember, time na NPP were power from 2021 to 2025 onto Goldbod Parliament ejitum so muyejuma omoboka over $400 million. Sa time no MPP yebusa omo say adena Goldbod adena PMMC aboka omo say Bank of Ghana na aboka. That is what Baumia afenyoma kemone sankwasiafo e ka kire. That time na PMMC boka over $400 million in the name say omo to gold ma Bank of Ghana no. Baomian and this MPP for catcher say, sa a kana over $400 million no. A Bank of Ghana na abo na enye PMMC. Intimami yembe blame PMMC, yem blame Bank of Ghana. Now, ye the demand yabedru hande. Ghana Auditor General, aye audit of Goldbod, sikasem, also who problem biya. Ye see IMF phobia throw a report. Na sa report ni muno. Yesterday, IMF say Goldbod aboka 1.7 billion. Now the question here is, Ghana Auditor General report, what does it say? And where in that IMF report, and explicitly, it can't directly say Goldbod aboka 1.7 billion. Where in that report of IMF, and explicitly say Goldbod aboka. Remember, when the Bank of Ghana does not give money to Goldbod, Goldbod cannot buy gold. It is recently, and a Goldbod, they want to do that on their own. But without money coming from Bank of Ghana, the Goldbod, since its inception, could not go into the market to buy gold because the Constitution frowns on them buying gold themselves. Until say the Bank of Ghana aqua entiasie say they can fund it themselves. So Tama Sami Jemfi Eddie Goldbod echi ebe leader no. Goldbod were taking money from Bank of Ghana to buy gold for them. Now let's keep it simple. MPP for say Sami Jemfi ameka bi binchiremo. Menoti hai sika saying na Goldbod e de abre Ghana. Emfa so ban ye nya woso. Ede na ayama Ghana. Since the Goldbod the buy no. Ye gold that you tune or Ghana no. Ghana as a nation from time Kwame Nkrumah bresu be sin there. Emfa so ban pa na ye nya. Ye nyina himself for now as we speak. Goldbod in a year it me making a profit of $15 billion. $15 billion. Now, because of Jumadia Goldbod AD and the economy, the ecoso, inflation about form, how the dollar to me overcoming the city. It is because of the introduction of a Juma Goldbod, Ayama Bank of Ghana. The intermediary job at Goldbod, etume raise sika, Ayama Bank of Ghana, and on our Buama finance minister, etume sika. And making sure say your economy no ejina na so. It is all a businessman. Nende one would say dollar nijina 10, 11, 10, 11. Now with Juma cost now because of the inception of Goldbod, the way they were able to go into the market, Abra Bank of Ghana more musika to buy gold to make money for Ghana. Now, so we go back and you look at the influencer Goldbod, the positive influencer Goldbod enyan wo Ghana economy nuswa. Our economy is growing, jobs and opportunity. Now, when you look at it from 2022, ever to 2023, you saw a GDP growth. As we speak today, GDP in 2026 is 6.4. In 2022, time about gold for oil, the GDP growth was 3.8. 2023, it went to 3.1. 2024, it was at 5.7. In just less than 2 years, because of the introduction of Goldbod and making sure that Ghana will sikada hono, the GDP right now is at 6.4. It shows you say the introduction of Goldbod sebio koko entmanye djuma na koko ayembre no, and the Goldbod ba emu omuji sika Bank of Ghana edidi djuma edi sika be fienti. Today our economy is stable. We will go to where the MPP is coming from and I'll take care of that. But my conversation way a simple amount. The MPP before your time or time sami jemfi. After your marking, the all ye nyina no your time or time sami jemfi. MPP for nim say Goldbod as this thing there's no way MPP come to power again. That is their problem. MPP as a political party, from Baumia to the last foolish man in the MPP, they know say the game changer is Goldbod. And John Mahama Niminyan saw this Sami Jemfi to anono. It is personal, a hatred towards Sami Jemfi, and then they are against Ghana's economy doing well because Goldbod has shown significant impact on our economy. Whether you like it or not, whether you like Sami Jemfi or not, whether you are against the NDC or not, the impact of Goldbod on our economy is huge. It is big. Now, when you look at some of the positives through the works of Goldbod, buying gold the right way, protecting our reserve, making sure obi or Ghana be able to gold legitimately, gold be free Ghana and come and obi system. That positive side, and then Ghana is in until they destroy Goldbod, they know say they can never come to power, and that is what they are doing. Because Ubusum say at this point, Munjina Swan DN say Goldbod aboka 1.7 billion. Munchechirima, almost an inchechirimu, but then say Sami Jemfi Mwadi, Goldbod disika. I am a factual report to be Yeni ati young kwan. And you knew a situation before and now, and we will choose that situation today because payday we are seeing significant increase in how our economy is doing now. Prices rising slower now, and because of the introduction of Goldbod. Any Jumadi and Sikamu Pompi war system over 15 billion. We are looking at inflation from 23 at a point in our history, and the MPP gold for oil, not inflation, and 54. Today, because of the introduction of Goldbod and the way we are able to pump money to help the economy, keep dollars, our inflation are dropping from 54 and PP every power. Now, gymnastics Azadi 23, but today we are talking about 5.3. You can say inflation, normal body, and the NDC are tested about 5.3. Goldbod has been in power or existence in less than 2 years, and this is the impact. Sami Jemfini Goldbod na here. Me mana a basic amount. Bro, from TV, so can almost Jimmy, omni domkeka. Wuna made you come, the echo. Because the NPP knows, as far as John Mahama's Goldbod exists, they can never come to power. Because it is the bedrock, it is the backbone, it is what is driving this country. Gold, cocoa, and daso for years, people have been able to do what? Destroy cocoa, and we are reforming cocoa sector. A new policy is coming, but in the meantime, John Mahama to me the Goldbod bar, I regularize your gold and this fee into the MP for Bakan and say, Yanko chat run to Sami Jemfiso. Yanko cast a Goldbod waboka into Ebasana, no montam Ghana, my senior baby to me, I bedding, I be dio matro. It is not working. Now, we can also move forward and see the impact of Goldbod. We are going to address a canasem. The country owes less. Now, me busa o Ghana ni na ohweme no. Ghana pa ehini enye sika free. John Mahama ba power, NPP ba, NDC ba power. Busa won say na John Mahama aban wo munye sika free na omo chichire man no. And Yeah, kwan baby Kumasi Accra Express Road. Yeah, see hospitals. Yeah, electrification. But some say sika way because we all know say right now the cocoa sector they are now doing reforms to get it back on its feet. Into sika way. It is Goldbod. And then the MPP cannot stand because Mahamudu Bawumia cannot make any statement. Because the question will be simple. The Goldbod that was introduced by the NDC is savvy or minor. He has nothing to say because he was given the opportunity. He connived with the criminals. They stole our money through gold for oil. But this is a situation a government comes, a president comes, put together Goldbod, and our economy is now sustainable. The question here is, who are Ghana now? Busa, I want to say just free. In Ghana, Adebi. GRA. GRA. From GRA. How many people pay taxes in Ghana? 6 in 10 businesses fail to properly account for VAT. So we 10 companies in Ghana. 6 businesses. Omuntumimpo enkase VAT we ya VAT sikani nie ya bede ya diskani ma amino. Into busango se sikani free. Most of us, our businesses don't pay taxes. Into the sudden change, our economy grow, jumeba, sikana jana nasono. Busango se free. It is the introduction of the Goldbod. The amount of money omutima pumping into the system through buying gold for Bank of Ghana. Into men what you say. Sikabi magically if baby bow. It is the inception of Goldbod. The way diligently they are doing the job, buying the gold, protecting the gold, guiding us, making sure they protect our environment, stop illegal air smuggling, and then they are bedruha into the NPP. They have take notice. Omunim say so we can try to sami jemfiso. Be creating pressure be sami jemfia boka no. The Goldbod is saving you and I. We are businessman. Nende, utu quite 3 weeks now. It is because of the introduction of Goldbod helping the Bank of Ghana to do what? To get money for us to get dollar to protect our economy. Realistically, 10 out of 10 business, 6 out of 10 businesses in Ghana. If you have a country where 6 in 10 businesses, how can you build a road? How can you build a school? How can you do all that you are doing? Keep the lights on. It is because the Goldbod is making a difference. Omatenase, the omo yana deliberate. Omo said that 1992. Kanembe no kre, Chatro, Jandam. It's not working. Now, may go back to the Goldbod matter. Now, if yanko eyiniso, the issue itself, yes, Sami Jemfi. Goldbod Naboka. Now, let me tell you something. When it comes to taking decisions to save a nation's economy, say who ufie, na say opa say ufie no, say be to me keeping up. There's something we call it should come with costs. Now, when I say it should come with costs, there's a difference between costs and loss. Costs and losses. So do sika she bibim with the mentality says sa sika na wudi shemu no at the end of the day or say a yielding results bia that moment sika na wudi shemu no it is your cost. Now when you want to revamp how gold is mined, you want to get a lot of revenue from gold that you to know Ghana. It's not just saying somebody Goldbod. No. So we be one okay say be a Goldbod. You need something we call a drastic action. You yourself, you need to feel the pain. Now, if you say Goldbod Aboka, let's say it's also Goldbod Aboka. Now, in the report, it shows clearly Goldbod technically were working for Bank of Ghana. If the Bank of Ghana had a problem with Goldbod, they would have stopped Goldbod from doing what? Buying gold for them. But the Bank of Ghana did not do that. The Bank of Ghana was still doing business with Goldbod. Because Goldbod can only be effective when they get money from the Bank of Ghana. Now, that report now, IMF Troy and the MPP are rallying behind it. Sa report, the IMF was basically saying, you cannot come out with Goldbod and decide to make drastic decisions to bring in revenue without having costs involved. When you put together Goldbod, so what's the Goldbod? How is it going to be effective? Say Goldbod Jessica or Bank of Ghana ho. That's what I say. The drama Bank of Ghana. Anybody can do it. Send a PMMC ho and about Baumia at the intina over $15 billion like Goldbod. It is because the cost involved to make sure you seal the loopholes for Bank of Ghana to understand and have confidence in you. It comes with a cost. It's a cost. Now, I'm sure the difference are what is making the MPP struggle to understand the report of the IMF. Now, when you take your time and ask yourself these two questions, the simplest way to understand it, costs. Like I said, cost, what you give up to achieve something. I will explain something to you. And like I said, loss, when what you get back is worthless than what you put in. Inti like I said, obi meaning say, or the sika ko share jume bimu, and or the 10 million ko share no owie no sika eba back near 1 million waboka. Now like I said, cost. Sika odi she bibim ana de odi she bibimu at the end of the day no you achieve something bigger, meaning no matter how you look at it, you need to invest if you really want to make revenue. And it's a Bank of Ghana and the Goldbod, I catch up said the Goldbod technically they have made more money for Ghana, but MPP for said no Goldbod has made a loss because they are trying to put together costs and loss. Now so I say yes, simple, but I say at a point in our life, not a team like Manchester City, no more we need trophies. A team like PSG, no more we need trophies. Why do you think today Manchester City is one of the biggest clubs in the world? Because Arab Fonbeto team, no, they told themselves, we want to be also seen as one of the greatest teams in the world. So what did they do? They had to put money. So they had a plan. But before that plan can work, we need an expensive coach, Guardiola. We need expensive stadium. We need to put money in and do what? Rebrand the team. We have to make sure every player we buy is an expensive player. What Man City management did was that they knew to be part of one of the greatest teams in the world, to win Champions League, to win World Club Championship, to be recognized, it comes with a cost. It comes at a cost. Without you putting in, because their target was that they wanted to win the Champions League. Their target was that they wanted to be counted as one of the greatest teams around. Their plan was that they wanted to have a good coach. Now, it comes with a cost. Even though at the end of the day, say, cost, say, idea, say, yield the results, then that cost can never be a loss. Now, Manchester City, etamusika, and the share, a team. The idea was that today's cost should yield something better. Now, we are talking about Manchester City from nowhere has become one of the greatest teams in the world. Now, how many Champions League the Manchester City have? So many of them. Do you know how much money they got from it? How many Club World Championships the Manchester City have? So many of them. Do you know how much money they made from it? Today, you cannot poach a Manchester City player because you need billions. Now, the cost they put in building the team, has it become a loss or it has become what we call something positive? At that moment when they were putting the money in, it was a cost. Now, Manchester City have made so much money that some of the 5 billion in Shema today, the end game is that they have made 20 billion. Are you going to say, when they were spending, when the cost was going on, you are going to say they made losses? They didn't make any loss. So when you want to change something, you need to understand, a cost needs to happen. And that cost is not a loss. And then as Sami Jemfini Bank of Ghana, I'm explaining, IMF for Ghana for Ghana to bring in Goldbod, for Goldbod to make a difference, we need a cost. It comes with a cost. It comes with technology. It comes with, so the gold buying, Bank of Ghana giving Goldbod money to go into the system. It's not just going to work in the system and buying gold. You need to make sure, nobody can steal gold from Ghana. You need to make sure the smuggling stops. You need to make sure every gold that you are buying is legitimately mined. You need to make sure the system, people are doing the right thing. It comes at a cost. Why didn't PMMC do it? Because they didn't have the mind. And so because you say, Goldbod Aboka 1.7 billion. Sami Jefimekacho said, no, that was a cost. It's administrative cost. Meaning, you will need that to get to the $15 billion. There's nowhere that anybody can sit, any economist can sit and say, Goldbod has made losses. Goldbod made 15 billion. Let's say, Goldbod, Sasika must say 1.7 billion, any 15 billion. How did we arrive at 15 billion? It is because of the cost we put in there. So when you are recording the books, Ghana, Goldbod Aboka, 1.7 billion. The fact of the case is it was a cost. And then from the beginning, Goldbod Kacham said this is an administrative cost. Because before you can get the 15 billion, you cannot just say it. You just have to make sure you put things in place. Into who in their right senses, one in Nyansa because say Goldbod Aboka. Today, the Black Stars of Ghana, we want to win the African Cup of Nations. How are we going to do it? The GFA needs to commit to a coach that is expensive, experienced. When that coach comes, he might want a backroom staff. We need to pay. That coach might come and say, you know something, the turf that we are using, we don't have any stadium in Ghana, our pitch in Papa, we need to put him. That thing we do is a cost. It's a cost because we want to arrive at a point. Now, when we are not able to arrive at a point, then you can tell me it's a loss. But the cost should be able to propel you to win the African Cup of Nations. Into coach the Nations Cup. Now, after all this cost we put into it, pay him so much money, giving him a backroom staff money, build it. Now say winning Nations Cup. Now Sasika spending war, making sure he wins the Nations Cup is 6 million. Now the Nations Cup near win $10 million. Near to also call a World Cup near win $30 million. Will you call that cost as a loss? No. Into the MPP are struggling between loss and cost. And then Momoka say IMF say by Goldbod Aboka, the Goldbod has not messed up any money. Because you can say introduce to Goldbod, that just said yeah. Now PMMC or say you man a Goldbod here. Why is Goldbod doing something different? Because the things they are doing, it is geared towards something positive. In the end, Sami Jenfika Betmakacho said, I've brought in over $15 billion. Not everybody can bring it in. Why? Because at a cost, we've been able to achieve this. At a cost, you will achieve what you want to achieve. Unless it's over catch them say, Sami Jenfi $300,000 spent by and the cost 1.7. That I can record as a loss. But as we speak, the cost at the end of the day has achieved 15 billion. So why do you say it's a cost? It's a loss. It's not a loss. But on say MPP for Jimmy. The MPP are stupid. They be telling us Jimmy, social media for, radio for. They are stupid to the point they don't understand the basics. But these are things that you want to do politics. In terms of and the Sami Jenfi Baya or it's not about the law, so it's about Sami Jenfi Muadie. I don't know, Kasa Chap can Kwasian Penisa, Nafa can Nimiansa, so Nya Kwasia or a lawmaker or Nimiansa, the kind of words he used in his press conference. The MPP is stupid. Jimmy. So there's no loss here. It was a cost that needed to be able to get to the point where we wanted to get to. And the Goldbod umbrella, 15 billion and over because of that cost we put in. And from day one, administrative cost can never be a loss. When the administrative cost is not less than what? The outcome, it is never a loss. Now, the administrative cost is less than the end game, what they got as a result. The administrative cost, if even it is 1.7 billion, then through that administrative cost, we have 15 billion. So where is the loss? It's a simple question. And Debiano, we went on a break. I was watching, listening to people. And you can see there are so many people on TV, radio, Jimmy, they don't know what they are talking about. Even the statement from the IMF report, it was clearly telling Ghana for say, you know what? To achieve this, it needs to come at a cost. And that is where we are. And it's also 1.7 billion against 15 billion as the end product. Why do you call 1.7 billion a loss? Because let's say $15 billion, you enter 1.7 billion from it's still profit. So say Goldbod catcher will say, I'm gonna make you profit. Goldbod has made a loss. That jandam is not working. The idea of the MPP, after your say, I'm to be good from him. It doesn't work like that. Go back and take your time. Analyze the situation. Into the Sami Jenfi Kano. That is it. He has made profits. Let's give it to you people. Sami Jenfi and Bank of Ghana. At the end of the day, the market they were in the market they went into to buy the gold. They made a loss of 1.7 billion. Now they made a profit of 15 billion. Now take 1.7 billion from 15 billion. You can't tell me a loss is in here. So they are struggling to differentiate between loss and cost. What they did, in fact, if I could get the team, I wish I could. Team, I wish I could bring a document, but every good thing comes with a cost. And as far as at the end of the day, the end result is greater than the cost, there's no loss. Anything IMF could not explicitly say Goldbod and now Bank of Ghana making loss. No, because they wanted to get to a point. And then the explanation of that one, example, you buy a car for 100,000 Ghana cedis and spend 10,000 maintaining it. The 10,000 is the cost. See explanation. When you buy a car for 100,000 Ghana, now with the 10,000 and maintaining car, it is a cost. Now, if you later sell the car for 70,000, you have a 30,000 loss on the purchase. Now you understand. So what they did, what the Bank of Ghana, at a cost, if they can get enough gold, it comes at a cost. If they can get enough revenue from the money, Bank of Ghana, it comes at a cost. That cost, you cannot say it's a loss. Anytime we're bringing it down all the way to a Black Stars level. Anytime we're bringing it down all the way to Manchester City level. Into now Manchester City by the Arab money. The Arab money that came, basically they put somewhere a bit to me. I yielded that result. Intende Oka one of the biggest clubs in the world, over Manchester City. I didn't know about Bolton. But the issue is because people cannot MPP. You cannot mix costs with loss. You can't do that. You can never do that. And that is what they are forcing into the system. Where in the document and a Bank of Ghana maniska or no way. Bank of Ghana maniska, and they made sure that somebody with enough gold about it should come at a cost. How do you do that? If you're going to trace the gold, if you're going to employ, if you're going to make sure that you are sane and it's done legitimately, you're going to make sure people are not smuggling, it comes at a cost. So that administrative cost is not a loss. That is what actually yielded that end gamer, 15 billion and over. No? So get that right. And the kind of moment here, a Juma and this in this is solid. Yeah, as far as the Goldbod is in existence, the MPP can never come to power. Oma try bibia and say no more AXA and omo jampo ba a petition. They don't know where to tackle because omo ba omiano wa bon na yiri disledge. Dr. Sledge now to don't go now they can 97 million. Omo ba omiya no or disledge, but omia does not have brains to think. We need to get these things right. They know Baumia has no room in our politics. So Baumia in 2028, Oba as what? Is he coming as an economist? And when he was given the nod, what did he do as an economist? Is Baumia coming to tell us, say, our better plans to change Goldbod, Anna? Baumia Bekache say, only economics to change, and yet the finance minister, Anna. Baumia Bekache say, Obefejuma way. These are people who have no aim. They are aimless. They are junkies. They are jokers. They don't know what to do again. And so they think, say, almost started Jandam, almost starting in Mrebi. Oh, John Mahama Koto Hotel, oh, where you see, not time near Jimmy T. It's not going to work again. Jandam can never exist in our politics again. We are going to ask the questions. Oh, say, Sami Jemfia press conference review, you know, what's your argument? You know, they have moved from MP and Goldbod Aboka to Sami Jemfi Mwadi and Kwasia 4. After no make Kwasia Penya, or did you jantra for we? Or Kasa said, I agree a binigunum. Or Kasa Motumentunufo. Kwasia Penya is a Kasa by heart. Now, Korana Yinanoa. Or the young say Yinanoa must say, Akrani Mwadi. We want you people to prove exactly where Bank of Ghana making that 1.7 billion loss. There's nowhere they could not show one document. And you see, Mama Ghana for what you say, assembly bar, munya would say, MPP omo Jimmy, they are naturally foolish. They were born stupid. Their leadership is stupid. They don't have a plan. After your market, man, nipa 187 was in parliament. Or Momunyina Kufie, Akabe 88. Or Nimunyansa. As far as he's there, I'm happy. Because after your market, who are minority leader, the NDC will flourish. Because wait, Jimmy, it is about emotions, sentiments. Today he's working here. Arabak Tokonu will become a CJ. He does not know. It's all about his relationship, what he did with people behind the scenes. It is not about the collective good of the party. Now, MPP for Jimmy, they cannot differentiate between a leader and a sentimental fool. They don't get it. They don't understand it. The guy is emotionally attached to his stupid ego. He does not understand, say, the politics we are doing today is different. He does not understand, say, he's leading a group of monkeys who are supposed to reason like him. On Tiasie, into Onyabe Bitna, talking about DCJ, Onyabe Bitna, Yaba Power, Onyabe Bitna, where Korea way, as a member of parliament, somebody who is part of the legislature, you could not provide one document to back your statement. Are you stupid? And we are going to support the Goldbod. We are going to support Sami Jemfi. We are going to make sure, sir, Germany now so asika ba and the dollar ni ejina 11 10 no. That is what we will do. Upia berewa baby okowudi emfa me ho. Me ka che John Mahama ni NDC for say mo ba dollar na was 17 about me record 17 months so baby edu for 2 years almost 2 years we be gina ho na mpe it was 10 11 enu ntina me ko to aba enu ntina me ye dede say MPP for nkwasi afo free power me de baby ombesuma berewa na koto no baby okowu na emfa me ho right now businesses obiasika is intact amount for capital is still there. We today this is what we saw, this is what we have in the system today. Messiah, I not pick that one. The DDEP, this government or settle a car. This finance minister. We need to get serious. How many story be mamunti omo? Goldbod, the internet Goldbod, ebe protect your gold. Ebe making sure say, your mom ya galam say, ebe streamline it, obian to me to galam say gold enyane, yebe nya dollar, yebe to ma 2 gold, yani anka sebe oni, yebe ton, and no cost no. Inti they are trying to pay day. They are trying any pay day. It's about me so about power by day. We are asking a simple question. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP, omo ba power by day, omo be Goldbod. Na yenye sika wa heni ya support economy no. Omo ba power, omo ba day, Bawumia de no obeye. Mo bodam. Yenya bre de tiano. Muni manka.
There's been a call for a parliamentary probe, and I've already stated on public record that I'm waiting with bated breath for Afenyo Markin's invitation. And I don't know why he's delaying and holding press conferences when, as minority leader, he can get the Public Accounts Committee to summon me tomorrow or today, and I will appear. I saw him dabbling in some confusion about standing orders of parliament and the fear that the majority may oppose a call for a probe into this matter. Well, I have, in all humility, reached out to the new majority leader in Parliament, Honorable James Agaga, and I've pleaded with him that even if Afenyo delays in extending this invitation, he should extend the invitation to me. And I'm ready to come tomorrow. You don't need any special motion. You don't need any special order by the speaker. Just get Public Accounts Committee to invite us and come and sit down there and come and demonstrate to the whole nation where the Goldbod made losses or how the Goldbod is to blame for losses made by another institution. We are waiting for that. There's been a call for a parliamentary probe
into improved economic conditions for the Ghanaian people. Afenyo Markin's continuing antics, and I want you to listen to me very carefully here. Afenyo Markin's continuing antics must therefore be seen for what they are: a desperate smear campaign by persons who have specialized in sophistry and political blackmail in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call, quote, compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around, they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Goldbod will remain focused on his mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the good resources of our
management. Ladies and gentlemen, is simply intended to address a number of baseless allegations and deliberate falsehoods concerning the operations and financial health of the Ghana Gold Board that have been propagated by certain individuals in recent times. Of particular concern is a persistent campaign of lies being waged by one Alexander Afenyo Markin and his ilk against the Gold Board over the past couple of months. This sustained, relentless campaign reached a reckless crescendo yesterday at a press conference addressed by him within the precincts of Parliament. Afenyo Markin's modus operandi, which can no longer be allowed to go unanswered, is to repeat the same tired falsehoods as often as possible and on many platforms as he can. in the hope that repetition will somehow transform fiction into facts and mislead unsuspecting members of the public. The Goldbod therefore deems it necessary that the record be set straight once and for all to prevent him and others like him from continuing to distort the remarkable performance and transformational impact of the Ghana Goldbod.
Now we all know what Afenyomakin stands for. He's a liar. Every liar is a thief. This is a man who slaps police officers. This is a man who deliberately disrespects the president by calling a woman who has been appointed by the president to take a petition from. This is a fool. This is a man who sent thugs to go after another man that he took his wife. His brother raped, trying to molest somebody's son. This is a man who called somebody in court, somebody fighting for the lives of his kid, to threaten them. This is a fool who sends his colleague from his law firm to adapt people's kids from their school. He's a filthy, dirty fool. Onimunyansa. This is somebody who stood in public trying to say that judges, our Supreme Court judges, without any evidence, said on national television that our Supreme Court judges ganged up, came together. This guy, who is a filthy lawyer, is not somebody to be trusted. Oh, yeah, Jimmy Ford. He is doing everything possible to keep this position that he has failed in. He came to meet 130-something people in parliament. Because of his foolishness and stupidity, they have all left parliament. This is a guy who can never be a leader of a group. Consistently lies about everything, malign people and try to destroy their lives in the name of politics. We are not supposed to entertain Afenyomakin and his foolishness. He proves nothing. He has no evidence. All that he does is spits around, stupidly protecting Tokon, who was found guilty of a crime. And what makes this guy an honorable fool for us to be entertaining in parliament? We sit in Ghana. This young man, Sami Jefi, responds to this fool, and the MPP are saying, oh, you talk back at Afenyomakin, the idiot. But when he was speaking, why didn't you people question him? The guy has been a consistent fool who does not have any respect with him. Me a minority leader, a minority of 88 piglets. None of these people are able to sit this guy down to say, say party, no. Before you go out to speak, don't speak like the Salakau. Have some evidence. You see, Patricia PJ, Mamia Brewa, Poso, Neto Jene, na Akora Kitikiti, Alberto Nachempena, Awunechi, Edinechima, O Jimmy, no evidence. In Penifua Danenquara, Madania Jimmy for because of politics. We should swallow every nonsense. The LPP knows what's better for them. Until they change this dwarf, they can never win power. And the next 42 years is going to multiply to 60 years. And this is what we're talking about. We are talking about people who are not leaders. Where in this world, now the team every first division, every premiership, aqua third division, now kwasi afomo da deep coach nechi. Aqua we di monim call elections na more to me, more power. More bibia. This guy could not win power for you. More than who did Jimmy wechi. Every single day, screaming, backing, slapping policemen, going against the law, stupidly showing his ignorance at every corner that he finds himself. And you people think you are doing something different. You are doing nothing. The guy is a piece of crap. It's garbage. He does not understand his environment and how he needs to act. Into more mana, more MPP, he is just using you for money. What he came to do against Sami Jemfi was to intimidate him and extort. That is what he does. It was to extort from him. It was to make him feel, say, you are doing something wrong, but there's nothing wrong. And that is his modus. He has been doing this for years. Let me attack him. Let him threaten him. Me say we NPP, NDC appointee. Now we are Juma, no fool should scare you. You bet you what to mob bodam. Power sasa, power besa. And that is his strategy. Otna aya ECG as a board chair. Obo kabu buru kwasi ampe so dem. Ghana Nyanka Nukrenta. Afenyomakin, when he slapped a police officer, he was supposed to be jailed. Now, Attorney General, I meant to say, this Attorney General has a problem. Afenyomakin should be facing trial. And we sit in Ghana, Jimmy Bianyama to me, 87 piglets walking on the streets of Ghana, misbehaving and fooling themselves. Yachi to me, his actions has caused a lot of deaths. Nankwasi afwa motokan kan to say yantiasie, mo bodam, mo petumi, mo de yadeng. What do you need the power for? A dear honorable woman. What makes you honorable people? Now, kwasiabi to Facebook, no kuta evidence, no kasa. Now, who will see a leader of 87 piglets? You have no evidence. How different are you from that person? And these are people who are not supposed to be addressed as honorable. Afenyomakin is a bully. He's an extortionist. On Kanukre, that is what he has been doing in his political life. Then you are going to threaten somebody, he will go to jail. In the political life, nobody is going to fall for this. Obia wedi boni also go jail no, he needs to go to jail. Power se san ochirichia, munchi obi antum kwasi asembe no. Now fighting the corruption, here the same. Ye di mo atema mo say ye muade, unimi age. Aka krebni me di 50 years. Kwasia. Unimi age, unhinim. Aka krebni me di 50 years. Otu ase Kevin Taylor small boy no bra ma bobi. Mo bodam. A politician needs to respect himself. And so ambunu ho e be di natem, and no fool can speak. Then obey. I am telling you, say, a politician will do it with Jimmy. And that guy is a typical example of a fool. Now, a whole political party, you had this number in parliament. Akwa did you consensus leader ever seen there? Where you nipa almost over half of your party, lose elections. Now, where Jimmy did Akwa, hey leader, hey way, or hey, Jimmy, more to me. Football team 3rd division for Krampo H and Yomu coach. Akwa odi manimu we Jimmy. Ya catch them. You consistently follow this fool. On fa bibia meka mo. It's just to scream. All that he does is he pulls his dick out and follow Tokonu and say Tokonu come to power. Tokonu come to power. Pissing himself off. Every day we're trying to quarter and Tokonu come to power. You think Tokonu Ghana belongs to her? Tokonu, you didn't think Ghana belongs to her? There, and nobody can impose Tokonu on anyone in Ghana. Yes. O araba Tokonu na akoye papa yema no. Also na pado bi ozeb na watch kwate nenam. Tokonu beba Tokonu beba CJ. Tokonu, you think you are stupid in this country? What Tokonu deserves is what she's gotten. We are not going to entertain foolishness. Unya tumia jeli obia, but today the law needs to apply. Whoever is found guilty needs to go inside. Mo bottom. After this short break, we will continue the show. We are going to kill another Jandam.
Beyond Galamsey, beyond the 24-hour economy, was yet the fight against corruption. And I hear the NDC easily and readily and quickly saying, there are no major scandals, Hey, NDC mpamuchoma mamu timu nyamude muna mo apa muntia. And you're my koso. And if you are not careful and the elections come as a motion for the president of today will be amazed of certain corruptible acts in this administration. In fact, the fight against corruption, because they are more weakened. The nolly prosecutor and withdrawal. And the fight against corruption
was a terrible move.
And it weakens your base.
A bull fruit so. Time of the radio CEO, because you're from your new way. Kronon, these two people. Bribe called Ghana Mujina. Actually, I'm appointee B position. No one says no Honam Tataron said in some crucial. As some can answer be in the womb. My president, man, a chrono costo, corruption costo. What is your job? What is your job? Oh, my meno papa no mutitin gracia, I will say, O Tinkan Jumamono. What is your job? Now, what do I say? Corruption costo. Now, I know, corruption, baby. What are you trying to create here? Impression men are creating. And a president in what is your job? Since Aban we about power, and for you've not been able to bring one document. You know why? Because you have nothing. When there's nothing, you want to force something. Why do people want to force corruption? When there is nothing, you can bring anything. The issue is, if you want to say corruption, because what you man saying, why will you say contour? On sorrow to so over tonight asempa okasana otu for. Follow the document and bring them and show to Ghana for. If you are saying corruption is cost, then you are involved. Because the corruption is cost, not some person can be a war. Now you're comfort, then if you know that there's corruption going on and you cannot, as a journalist, also you're some troni, also you're some troni, oh you're Kotibeka, Sebio, Uno Telepe, oh you're Kotibeka. Now what you man is saying, what when you say corruption is cost, what is your job? Why are you sitting in the studio and telling Ghana for President Mudi Boko position? The question is, where is the corruption? You are sounding like you know where it is. Why don't you bring it out? Speculation. Journalism where we no Ghana speculation. Now, he went ahead to say, a year the nolly prosecutor, a ban we buy cases be with him. But the issue here is, if a case does not hold ground, why should the Attorney General go through the case? Go ahead with the case. The same thing I will say, the Attorney General, will discontinue cases. We are talking about how many people facing trial now. Until you are saying, the fight against corruption. The fight against corruption, this government is doing well. Because you know why? How many people are standing trial today? You are talking about cases they came to meet and did not continue. Now, how many people too are facing trial today? Oh, you are looking at only the right hand. Look at the left hand and do your assessment. Logically, you are not making any sense. The government came to power. They looked at some cases. They feel those cases, from the evidence deduced from it, it does not hold any power. They discontinue the case. This same government has over 70 people standing trial now. Some have even been there in the history of Ghana. 1 year jail in 25 years for Galamsey. But you put now what? I want to tell a part two. All because you want to create problems where there are no problems. You want to create an impression. Now, enkrana wotina obitias enkrigwa try and say what didn't no crime no unim corruption na auto and we only amon ebo. Omo a say omo corrupt na Jo Mahama bedu no later no o ye kromfo okomoma usika. Omo wie sika ma wo. Omo ma usika sha wo ho ene jan ntumi nka no nti unim say omo wie sika but because they give you money no untumi nka. Hey, corruption ekoso. Listen to this twerp. Mo jibijimi na motiti is radio so.
Beyond Galamsey, beyond the 24-hour economy, was yet the fight against corruption. And I hear the NDC easily and readily and quickly saying, there are no major scandals, Hey, NDC mpamuchoma mamu timu nyamudu muna mo apa muntia. And you're my koso. And you're my koso. And if you are not careful and the elections come as a motion for the president of today will be amazed of certain corruptible acts in this administration. In fact, the fight against corruption, because they are more weakened. The nolly prosecutor and withdrawal. And it's something about so the fight against corruption
was a terrible move.
And it weakens your base.
What kind of analysis or tell it to do? Analysis better than about power. Is this the first time a Attorney General filing nolly prosecutor in Ghana? Let's go back to Apachino time as Attorney General. Is this the first time in the history of Ghana Attorney General Biaba office a case way they want to discontinue it? Is this the first time? But in the history of the Republic of Ghana, it means see that the fight against corruption, the NDC, they have done well. Because in the history of the Republic of Ghana, nobody, no Galamsey Kingpin has been jailed in the history of Ghana. It means see that 20 years. In the history of Ghana, this is the first time about 60 people are standing trial for different kinds of corruption. You sit there, now I want to tell a party, no, you are not making sense. Look at the thing with some reason. You are talking like corruption. Hey, NDC for corruption equals so. Now, corruption, I don't know, we because corruption is also the only one can want some no commit crime. Now to work say corruption, that means you are speculating. If you are not speculating, then you are involved. Omo mu wiase ka omo ma obi omo bo anu ntuna ntumi nka no. Ba onim say corruption is also. Omo mu wiase ka wa ban mu. Sa eye de eye CEO si amoko mo birthday parties ko mu fie no. Omo no mabo ma no omo mu sika. Eni tira mu ntumi nka. Nti betena wa corruption dey because o ka ho. But so on ka as a journalist who is legit in discussing issues, you will point out and show evidence. When I was exposing the NPP, I didn't come here to just speak. I showed you documentations. Why can't you do that? Because money say politicians and the chess cano and it's on to me cano. Because what stops you from exposing the corruption? Because that's your job. You are the gatekeeper. You are supposed to expose them. But you sit here and you speculate. If you are not speculating, if you are not taking money, tell us who is corrupt in this government. Edian kwasia journalism no. Corruption equals to who only obi you form you know mutumi ko appointees wako jiska. Mo ko appointees wako jiska de bia. Mo ko appointees wako jiska de bia. So you are scared to talk about them. Because some of you have contracts in this government. Who obi ni omahene. Mo ko appointees wako jiska. Someone said they're more legitimate. Why can't you mention? Because if somebody is stealing, why can't you do it with documentations to prove a point, to let Ghanaians know, say, Juma oh, and yet because of Obi, now no could episode the or telepart too. Obama say Alewa, or to talk a and this is the kind of journalism they have done for years. Speculative journalism. Speculative journalism. Yankee cansem, Aban was some quite obi yesika. That's fine. Where is your evidence? Aban was some quite obi yesika. Where is your fucking evidence? What is the Ghana and Kwasiasem na mo say mine? Ye be Mike Tuma or Funche bia peso kasa. Tell me, because you are thieves, you are criminals, because you are taking money from appointees and ministers, because they are giving you money, you are scared to mention exactly who is involved in the corruption. Why should I be scared of a politician, an appointee who is involved in corruption? Why should I be scared? It is because you are thieves. We are before. So you are always speculating. Then I stop you from saying it. Now let me kill another Jandam, the same two stupid dogs.
One other reminder was here, they come home, and it's been almost 2 years in this administration. If you take out the economic performance, credit will go to the finance ministry as fiscal managers, NABA Bank of Ghana as monetary policy managers, and the agencies under the Ministry of Finance, for example, into Goldbod and all of those other agencies. Economic performance is stellar. I mean, inflation, abaform, CD to the other currencies relatively are very stable. It is difficult to now then point to any other sector because in the last 2 years, BB way abayino aya what that monumental effect. No, it will be difficult. I think it's one thing the president may have to also watch, because yes, on the economic front, fantastic. He promised he will reset the economy. I think as far as the macroeconomic indicators are concerned, but people have raised issues about its effect on the macro, on the micro, the bigger one. Yes, in the bigger one, the effect on the smaller one. We can have an argument about, but I think generally on the economy, fine. But when you go outside of that, now Opesa will pinpoint any other thing for the past 2 years now. Yes, he would say it's a big push. In the Ubemono, Yasuson Yomani Bebre Soa. Inti kakran kitty bebre and share down crystallize inti you don't really see the effect of a lot of the things and I think that is one thing so was all man penny was anya people will go like was there so be a throw be in say o man penny will buy apart from inflation
me see obi omo tonwom te said the obusa MPP omo free SHS sa no mo tojum no omo tojum. And when you put in these reminders, they become upset. They become upset. See, we will continuously put in these reminders, and then you can keep getting yourself upset. You chose to lead. You chose to govern. You came to us campaigning. In fact, pleading and begging. Why is it difficult for you when we put in reminders of Nyoma Wankasa, Nyamin and Beshewu? And Nyoma Wankasa?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh. Now, what does it well, then, Nobi, an admission is not any challenge thing. Now, we are one more common court here. Moses obey honest person now, council Mukana, and some to Temkana, judge, you will be investigate, will be I don't know, and the Queen. Of course. And does he say any idiot, Obi? A lot of.
But what kind of journalism is this? What kind of journalism is this? Do you have to be heard? Do you have to say something? What's the 2 Miyama Obi? What the 2 Miyama 4 years? Open monumental project. What is monumental project? When you started speaking, you singled out the finance minister. Obviously, we all know the finance minister is working well. The idea of the they want to undermine the rest of the ministers. And let me be honest here. As much as the finance minister is doing well, if that money he's making, he does not send it to the ministers, the finance minister's work will be waste. Do you know that? So, I to force in Jessica Nina. Now, I to force after the budget, when releases Sikano to the various ministries, Atuforsen, with all due respect, will be inefficient. And everybody is going to blame him. The same thing we are blaming Ken Ofori-Atta. Because Ken Ofori-Atta took the money and kept it. So nothing was going on. But you people cannot tell me that you are seeing nothing at other ministries. What kind of deliberate nonsense are you people doing? If there's nothing to talk about, don't talk about anything. Because you can go to the health ministry. You see what they are doing. You can all see. The foreign affairs ministry. We are seeing what Okudata Blakwa is doing. The roads are being built in Ghana. In the history of Ghana, a road is being constructed from Accra to Kumasi highway, alternative to what is being built. We are talking about other ministries, a Greek ministry. We are seeing the impact. What are you talking about? What monumental thing are you talking about? Say, abandoned and Sakikawi. Because that is why we have ministers. That is why a government comes in, a president comes in and say, whoa, sheweso, whoa, sheweso. That is why they read budgets. That is why even within the budget, some ministries get more money than others because we have to prioritize. We have to make sure, say, no money be move faster chambi. You yourself, Obi, when you were speaking, you were saying, say, dot development around. Maybe it's about to crystallize. What do you mean by that? It means you gave the government 4 years. Now, when you are constructing roads, does it take 2 months to construct a road with Jimmy? When you are building a hospital, does it take 2 years to build a hospital? When you are basically, as a health minister, as an agric minister, when you are building a market, 24-hour market, does it take 2 months to build a market? So you yourself, you have answered the question. It needs to crystallize. That is why we didn't give them 2 years. We gave them 4-year mandate. So when you give a government 4 years and the government comes in and the finance minister is the only one that you can say he's working at, without the people who are also ministers making sure they are put it to use, the finance minister can never be effective. Now, as much as the finance minister is working effectively, which we all agree, he has done everything possible, physically, everything nice. We respect him for that. He is very good at his job. You cannot run down any ministry because you can go ministry by ministry and you can see the impact. So, in the history of Ghana, Ekufu 5,000 kilometers of road. But today we are building new roads. Where are those roads? So it is not about you people sitting there and trying to make sense. Stop this kind of journalism. Stop this kind of journalism. Oh, apart from the finance ministry, we all know Atu is excellent. We know Atu is doing the job. But the issue is, if Atu gets the money, if revenue is made, and Atu gets the money and does not give it out, how are you going to say Atu is working well? It is the money that Atu puts out there for us to see the work being done, see the roads being constructed, see the hospitals being constructed, seeing other things being done. And then the market says Atu is doing well. So don't sit there and run down every minister foolishly and say, oh, maybe the things are going to crystallize. You know that we don't take a year to build a hospital. You know we don't take a year to build a road. You know so for you as a journalist and calling yourself a lawyer or Sadian, you need to think beyond being a petty commentator. You need to be like, okay, now I'm going to say finance minister Ayadie. Apart from that, now you ask yourself, finance minister, where does he get the money? Now you ask yourself, so all that things you are saying that they are doing spots and pots of things around. The question here is, you yourself will say crystallize. As such saying, it means when we give it time, it will all come together. And I'm a boy. So you wanted this government to come in and say, one, budget the man roads minister ko onye kwani nyina wie. O wi ani ama health. No so I the obey nyina wie moya moa. You people are not intelligent to sit on radio. Because you see, you have gotten the opportunity to sound intelligent. So right now, because there are different kinds of projects from different ministries going on, we should stop because it has scattered all over the place. We should do what? We should call one minister, sports minister, Kosi Stadium 10. Who we are now pound sir, near Free Health Minister. You are not making sense. You people are just foolish. You are not making sense. Now listen to them again. This does not make any sense. What kind of journalism is this?
One other reminder was here, they come home, and it's been almost 2 years in this administration. If you take out the economic performance, credit will go to the finance ministry as fiscal managers, NABA Bank of Ghana as monetary policy managers, and the agencies under the Ministry of Finance, for example, into Goldbod and all of those other agencies. Economic performance stellar
I mean, inflation, ABA form, CD to the other currencies relatively are very stable. It is difficult to now then point to any other sector. In the last 2 years, BB way abino aya what that monumental effect. No, it will be difficult. I think it's one thing the president may have to also watch, because yes, on the economic front,
what is bigger than a government coming into office, moving fuel from 26 to where it is today? What is bigger than a government coming to power, moving the dollar from 17 to 10? If that is not monumental to you, then you are not fit to sit behind that mic. Because the price of fuel affects everything. It ripples down. Now, when dollar, at the end of the day, is weakened, it basically have positive impact on local businesses. So what kind of monumental thing? Do you want them to go and build a ship? You are stupid. Let me tell you. You deliberately mentioned Bank of Ghana. You deliberately mentioned Sami Jemfi. You deliberately mentioned the finance minister. But the fact of the case is, there are revenue generating agencies that are making these people work better. Yes. You can't sit there and, with all due respect to the people you mentioned, fine, they are working. But the fact of the case, you cannot run down any ministry. You cannot make it look like, say, because without the other ministries, finance ministry, Goldbod, and the Bank of Ghana are ineffective. That's a fact. Then if these are the people who are doing a monumental thing, then it means let's shut down every ministry and let the 3 agencies work. It doesn't work like that. That's not the kind of argument or discussion we need to have. You are basically making people know so answer. It looks like people are doing PR work. No finance minister in Ghana today, nobody in Ghana today can doubt the work of Ato Forsen. Solid guy. Nobody in Ghana can question Ato Forsen's work. Nobody in Ghana can question Sami Jemfi's job. Nobody in Ghana can question the Bank of Ghana governor's job. But the question here is, without the other people working in collaboration with them, their work is not going to be effective. And that is governance. And John Mahama Betumeyi, Goldbod, Bank of Ghana, no finance, or CSA, Munye Jumano. It doesn't work like that. So if you are looking for a monumental job, what is bigger than the dollar going down? What is bigger than the fuel going down? Because fuel going down, it is the effective work done by the energy minister. For health facilities to be working effectively, it is the good job that the health minister does. When you talk about people not dying on our roads, it is the effective work Abuja does. We are talking about different ministries working in hand, because revenue collection is coming from all these avenues. It ends up on the table of the finance minister, and then it goes back for developmental work. So how do you sit on TV, on radio, and let it look like nobody is working because maybe you have favorites? The nonsense should stop. The Majisika Beka should fucking stop. Munjai Sajibino, anything that's not near Dumatem. Go and see the work Tor is doing. Every ounce of day, every cent Tor makes, it goes to the energy ministry all the way to the finance ministry. So how can you say nobody's working? The finance minister is exceptional. We all know. Obi Anyampan can tam Ghana man for the rest of our lives. But the issue is he needs to work with people. He needs to also coordinate with people. The Bank of Ghana governor is not working alone. He needs to make sure revenues that have been collected, he saves them and gives to the finance minister to deliver. So we are talking about different agencies working together. You cannot run any ministry down. You cannot do that. That's not journalism. That is not what we called for. That's not what we want as a people. You sit there. The government has been in power for just 2 years. Now you yourself in your statement will say they will crystallize. What do you understand by crystallization of something? You mean when time is given, when they are allowed to work for the 4-year mandate we gave them, then we will get to the end. But you sit here and you yourself use the word crystallize, and you are still saying that you don't see any monumental project. For the past 8 years, we will say you can't be Ghana. But at least in 2 years, you will say you can't so kumase. Edian kwasia journalism no. Mun jai sa ade no. Mami kakranko di kakranko school, minhwa me mano. That kind of journalism. Let's cut it short. Let's cut it short. We are seeing the effect. Go to the lands ministry. See the work Amakofi Boy is doing. See the work Amakofi Boy is doing with NIMOs. They are all over the place. Today in Ghana, I can mention ministry from ministry. People are putting in effort. You just want to bring some disagreement in the government. You just want to run down some ministries. What is monumental project? ɛne nkyɛ Kufuor bɛda dan kwasea 40 sɛmo ɔsɛ obesi a cathedral mote cathedral mutima ɛsɛ dan kɛseɛ nkurasefo mma ɔnsi dan kɛseɛ ɛdan kɛseɛ fa so bɛde benya. You were the same fool sitting there. You're Pentecost for you're the you support Kufuor's vision to build a cathedral. Kwasea Mpanyin cathedral dia wo ho. Cathedral yes asma yare ho. But through Mahama care and Obobe Akomo, they are building Catholic whatever had the clinics around the nation. Kwasea wakuma yare mae. Who am I? Why are going to say hotel? Wakuma yare basisia. Mahama cares. Omakuma yare hospital. What is monumental? We are talking about development. It can be small, but the impact on the people and the society. A Kufuor MPP by a whole like general hospital, they broke it down. Agenda 111, they could not put one to work. What is monumental? I didn't say a suntra. No, it's about its effectiveness. One village, one dam away. But you yourself are saying it is crystallizing. I can show you things this government is doing now and have a positive impact directly on the lives of people. We can have the argument any day, and I can make the argument and make Ghanaians understand. So, stop this kind of dirty journalism. Because your freeway, your event in your freeway, no, that nonsense should stop. Look at the issues and speak on the issues. Jesus Christ. And I'm with Jimmy, sir.
Yamao Quine said, Bayejuma. Juma no want man yet. Obia beye juma yi na sese wotina abonten se yema kwan ye juma no bi mengin de se Ghana for be penesa yema kwan se beye juma juma no want man ye obia beye juma yi na sese wotina abonten se yema kwan ye juma no bi mengin de se Ghana for be penesa yema kwan se beye juma no want man ye Obia beye juma yi na sese wotina abonten se yema kwan ye juma no bi mengin de
we jina mu yedede no aso we hotel your kitchen we an musolama ka hotel ase no hotel say mo hotel enya no ho no mbo de bra amam 42 ma sledge ti omo yire no so wo say hotel aye den hotel de so no do ye bi odo kwa bro ogina so asemesi sledge jina yere so de bia wo say hotel aye den hotel de so no ate ho isokura ate ho asemesi kura de match de ko de akoma sledge de oye be ma onya fin e wo Ghana me mamo be 1 month bi na mo jimi ho teta mo ho kwaseafo mu jimi mo ho sa mutumi kasa papa bia hotel de so ate ho esokura ye esokura enya kura nti se pede so ate ho at least obuni pa asemesi ya tam de akoma sledge mo pe location be mamo de oye be ma onya fin ne enhwe okrum ha me see OSP Sir sledge $97 million or Jeffrey Abayho. The OSP needs to come out and tell us the investigations how far, because what I know is that you, the OSP, you deliberately took that story, that case to set Sledge out, to set him off, to free him, because and also your investigation will be until you find and Sledge, because Sledge is dating Samira. Bring your investigations out. You Yoko boss, you want to say our mouthpiece and a black rasta. We don't care. Sensitive issues, not about black rasta. We don't care. That issue, the same issue, you have decided that you are not going to come out with the investigations when it comes to Sledge wife, you know. If she's guilty, let us know. If she's not, why are you keeping her passport and keeping her in there? You people need to account to the people. You people think we are stupid, right? And we are going to make sure the right things are done. Most of them are tele. And hotel. Hotel is sort of and you're going to say pay the obunpa. Asimesi, abozege, otifie, na slaja fa machine ko. Message you be no me king MPP mu. The last time ma ba Umia spokesperson again and a nice kokohwe no warn him say wo you are not matured enough to be in this ring. So ring in eginim no a dangerous ring. It is crazy. It is not a ring any de kan ye. Enti unye ready a na metese oya kwarawa bomidin na ho ye momobo. Also Dr. Dien spokesperson for Baumia. Hwe. O dear wo some catch us say tia break. O nice kokohwe de pe baby tina. Pe baby na den fa otusi because o me change gear. Na last me catch them ade bia eba no. Me say endu 2020 election na mo party de munya ni pampo mani njina. Me na me catch them. I will destroy everything. Meguno. Muntie. Me say 2028. Me say munya candidate. Na me platform. Meguno finfram. Psychologically, munya obi maninya adwene clear MBA campaign. Me na me catch them. Mu hu bibi da. Some say mabodam. Mo say mo de mo betuma bibia. Yeti krom ha. We will see what will happen. Now, and Meti Asembi. And this is a statement from the mayor of Accra. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has directed all Aboboya operators to install reflector stickers on their tricycles by the end of August 2026 to improve nighttime visibility. Accra Mayor Michael Pakpo Alote also directed riders to wear reflective clothing and stay off inner lanes, warning that offenders will face sanction. Accra Mayor Wakasa or say from August by the end of August, Wauchi Aboboya bia one crying, making sure say Aboboyano there are reflectors on it, and also now Uchi Aboboyano Oshe reflecting and that's a reflective clothes. Now, the mayor and I want to say this. Mo amoten crying and I say mo say Accra is peaceful. And mo say Accra is orderly. Are you people not seeing it when it comes to discipline in Accra? And I can tell you one of the finest hard-working mayors in Ghana right now, Accra Mayor. And you people live in Accra, you all know it. You can see it. Nyoma na mayor so be through some obey. He does it. He makes sure so obey demolition obey. And this guy is bringing some discipline in Accra when it comes to working effectively and making sure that people are not see the work this man is doing. And every single thing our Metropolitan Assembly Naibia, he's there himself. On your armchair, mayo. And you all can attest to it. This guy is there. Unless one friend, because that's his job. On your armchair, mayor, now to work a brofo, now just suit. This guy is on the ground with his team. And in Ghana today, Zuba does not play. Zuba is not a joke. The Accra mayor is serious with his work. Now say Accra first, now I am sure. No say you don't see it because he will grab you. Udin kwasi asem or come after you. He will make sure the right thing is done. He will discipline you. So these are people who are working, diligently working, and people we are seeing it. I was in Ghana for a month. I saw how the Metropolitan Assembly, the AMA, they are working. You could see them everywhere. Sometimes some people decide to use their politics, but the guy knows his job. He's ready. John Mahama picked the right person to be the mayor of Accra. Where you want to South to you cannot come there and intimidate him. On political appointment, MP. His job is to be a mayor. And that is what we have been looking for all these years. This statement from the mayor, I respect it and I support it, but I believe, say, we can do more. You see, the way these Aboboya riders, some of them are so indisciplined. I feel, say, mayor, after this directive, you need to basically add more to it. Because some of these Aboboya riders, most of them will not do it. Because they feel, say, they can do what they like. Among fast takers and some of them are not going to do it. Okachom say, Oman Kasan Atadia, light toswa, a very reflecting me who's a nipa, some of them are not going to do it. I believe, say, you should take it up a little bit. I think, say, you need to ban Aboboya from plying our main roads. They should be off our highways. Mayor, this is the first step you are taking, and I respect it. It is great. It is good. Nyansa womupa. Recently, accident is nipa be 12 we Aboboya causes our problem no. And from my sources, 5:30 a.m. now ujina ho wearing chalote and making sure the fire service comes in to clear the road. That is what we want effective mayors to do. But I know what you are trying to do. You are trying to protect lives. You are trying to bring some decency on our roads. But I know how recalcitrant Ghanaians are. Some people just don't follow rules. And to be very preventive, what we need to do is let's ban Aboboya from our highways. They should not use our highways. So I already saw Aboboya never use the highway in Ghana. Because the speed of Aboboya, our highways, and so I don't think it is right. So, Mayor, this is right, but I think you should push it further. You should make the laws tighter. Let's, along the way, ban Aboboya, Mema Omunfa, Main Street Biaso, Highway Biaso. They can use the neighborhood streets and do whatever they want to do. But say highway to say, Ofanko Road, Winneba Cape Coast, so let them not apply. So, we are Aboboya ne Chiwa, Mayor, Monfa. Mra na so obi twi Aboboya na so okofa highways no ekye na so dembe 10 years. I think that's what we're supposed to do. You are not banning Aboboya from working in Accra, but we Aboboya Ankwadia will place any highway no, so stay away from the highways. Because okay in free in Alemu, they are not going to listen. And to protect them and to protect the people in other vehicles, just get them off the highways, get them off. Don't let them ply the highways. Catch them say, why a bet show our highways and walk off from Umra. And this is supposed to be done with all due respect. I'm begging you, Mr. Mayor, this is supposed to be done. And I don't bet the ball and the highway, so if you break it down, accident to be see, you know more than I know. So I beg you, some of it must mom samra we enka we home. Share reflective clothing. Make sure you have stickers. Nobody should ply highways. However you get to your destination is a problem. But no Aboboya should be on our highways. Mr. Mayor, with all due respect, we all support you. One of the best mayors in Accra. For a very long time, you've gotten a young man who is ready to work every single place. Demolition, cleaning gutters. This guy is effective. And I will urge the president to keep people like this. They understand the people. They understand the people they live with. They grew up with the people. They understand the dynamics. Now, as some way, as some a person can't want them. You see, people with physical disability and the demonstration. Now we demonstration, no, and omoko PA Jubilee House omoko present your petition. Now, yenu anoma sebio ebi enwa kan omoni fra a omu hu ade. Say omu ye unemployed graduates ene de keka ho. Enti omu ebo enwi bibi so. Enti omu de omu petition e koma a Jubilee House president in Sanka. Now, Omudru eye Jubilee House and a president of the Republic appointed a presidential staffer. Say, yenu anomo me Ghana need to say Aba Jubilee House abontene ko na kwaje o manu asem na fabre president. Ye ka say obi a presidential staffer. Enye adwuma bia na president betuma ye. They are technically Jubilee House ministers. They have been assigned work to do. Because when there's BB to say demonstration, now you two will be free Jubilee House. It does not matter who he is, how old he is, his qualification. The moment the president appoints somebody from Jubilee House to come and receive the petition, that is the president coming to receive the petition. Now something interesting happened today. Sebio modi dem ebimi hu ade almost embo enjunyo mabisu no ekodru Jubilee House wono ene esuma eye Dr. Samuel Aye sebio oye Dr. Papa Bia oye jumo Jubilee House as a staffer. The president recognizes him. The responsibility ni be say they will represent the president at so many functions and everywhere. Now, present to Dr. Aye se onko na onko je petition onti o manu asem na onfambre no. Dr. Aye ko du ho no mo ka kire de say sebi oye nanu anifrafo na sebi o mo aka na mo ye de mo so ka kire de say ono oye low level e wo Jubilee House nti o mo mfama no. Hey, Radigana pa. Almost say Dr. Ayano to them, to Omweni, and to them, no, in their head, no, or a small Jubilee House, normal president in Ankasa, this man is a presidential staffer. He's a doctor. He represents the president.
Just like you are rightfully indicated, you are speaking on behalf. So just like you have rightfully intimated, you are speaking on behalf of your colleagues who have resolved that they wish the petition is being delivered to a senior most government official. As I stand here, I'm also a senior member of government at the office of the president. And I'm standing instead of His Excellency the President. So if you think that the President has sent me to receive a petition on his behalf, and in your opinion, I am a nobody, and because of that, you will not give me your petition, well, that is a position you can also have. I respect that decision. There's no problem with it. And you can wait to a point in time where you think you've met the right person to deliver. You have that opportunity. Let me convey His Excellency the President's best wishes to you for the opportunity and coming. Thank you very much. So we should wait for you.
What oh yeah, so we should wait for you. Fry egg and eat. And there some kwana esisi Ghana ha. Nipa oja wenim sebio ma this zumna so. Unhu da unim nim sebio. Ye nuanum sebio di frafo abokoye. Nipa oja unim nipa ban. But when you free, afenyo ken kwasia we na start sadie no. Afenyo ken kwasia penyi we a na start sadie no. Nana ya jantoa odi ma mena tem. Afenyo ken say ono edi ba omi enim na ba omi be president anke emfa ebuo ma ba omia. Afenyo ken di nana ya jantoa tem. Adan she is just coming to receive a petition for the president. Afenyo ken dina Ghana TV so edi ma mena tem. None de na ya was asem nim. Yenya emma etna eye radio so TV so Facebook e defend afenyo marking. Na nkwasiafo mu bi nkwasiafo. Ye tie na ka se yedi motema na yemoya. Girl ya de nufu se Tom Brown bag ya amadoku o se de ndien a ne ho nkwara bebre se wansni. Na oto odidi na ya aja nto atem. Adan ya afenyo marking kwasia ne di ma me na tem. Maame na president asoma no se ombeji petition no afenyo marking ti hu kaka wure di maame na tem na enya oba odwonso okonkum e de se amadoku a na nufu se na nufu tare de nima se tomran bag kan kwase asem o TikTok na me hwe o mo se mo ho ye mobo mo ma na bi politics e jimi mo politics e jimi mo e ma na bi na mo Ghana no politics aye mo nkwase aye mo slaves na omakotena TikTok ni Facebook edidi na ya aja nto atem adene ono ba na so hwe when nufu se tomran bag o nkwara obiane ne papa na omo adentra afenyo ma kra jimi nti ye nyina e ko support no na omo da na omo no mu di mu ma no ye di mu atem a mo se mema mbumo na ya janto ne problem o ye ne sen ya soma ne se o meje petition eno ano no. The statement from Afenyo Makin, whether or can sabio respectfully, it is stupid, it is disrespectful. At a point, you can almost say, Nanaya Janto Asankopa Afenyo Makin kwasi ampe nyinacho. Now, what's the value of women in Ghana? Most women in Ghana politics, most of them are so foolish. Because of politics, they make men undermine them, disrespect them. Ni enya emate to support Afenyo Makin. This was something women or more MPP Musanya do ne Jimmy, they were supposed to revolt against Afenyo Makin, because when power changes in 42 years, numbers over power, somebody can be sent to take a petition. But mama be a Jiminti, Amado kwa de nufu se Tom Brown bag et to work kan kwase asem nana ya jantoa e na hwoba e na hokokọ e na de so hwe kwasia. What was say enkrane egugu wechi be man di wechi udua no afi oto no awo udua no afi oto wa wo ba miensa e di MPP agi say a communicator wejimi. And this nonsense is happening because Afenyo Makin start here, MP before they start here, they don't respect the rule of law, they don't respect the presidency. Afenyo Makin be di omuni no mu jimi. The same Afenyo Makin call demonstration ko police ni asum ya na wote Ghana asa Kevin Taylor di atem kwasi ampanya bo police ni asum e de ne to fi eteto wo so minister or a member of parliament. Afenyo Makin kwasi ampanya ko Somalia nke o ma de koma hange no unum ubetuma bo police ni asum Somalia anke ya twe wase mwowu But Jimmy when I'm Ghana friend who honorable, and we get women who are supposed to speak against his actions, supporting a foolish man. Now you Daniel only edimu atema, I must say you edimu atemu. And more MP from body, mujun so konko muntimu ni munyansa. Mo say double. And me man kwara mu di omochi. Urade. Mo mi jamu be 1 month pe. Mo ntuma nka nyansa sembia. Mo ntuma nka nyansa sembia. And you sit in Ghana, the bia na mu jimi mo sa, ye ka bibia kire ma monte. Ye tia mo pe na mu kem, we di atemo, na mo ndwene se nipa, mo nya nipa nyoma. Party na jimi mo asem confirm. Mutua 30 centimeters na wesi, mu ni mu nyansa. And e bia na ye nuanum ya mo ho omodi dem yi, because the African market eye no, omo hu ye. Na ye de na wa hu hia moa. O pese president tie wa asem, ukodu a o kire de ombeje o paper. Hey. Wona wo hia moa no sebio ye ne anum amudi dem no a mo hia moa no a president to obi so mbege no masoma no tenten se a confirm se monje mo ko fie nkodai afemi se ba ko bitie should we wait for you fry egg ye boa mo kura ntumi moa mo ye beto ye boa mo kura ntumi moa mo because body the politicians nkwasiafo bi echi na mo act te se omo into mo fama aye na ka se wankata nantefa kwa obehu kwan Adibu amuya na amana e di krompo se beke biama mo. Se se amon fama ayen ye bia pro se fako president office obehu kwan. Ye boa mo amon pene. Aden MP before the nkwase se me beto system nim ema obia so no di ekire. And that's what I was saying. Let's help each other. The kind of journalism I want to Ghana se no. And the misinformation they are trying to peddle. The kind of disinformation. The sentimental kind of politics, the tribalism, the unipa we the etano, yambene enye juma bibo mumpe another strategy. Dia mo ye no emfa wo. Ye ne ye international, ye international fight. Ye wura nkura kese so. We don't deal with people, we have numbers, platform, reputation that we don't deal with kids. Yemba back biem, yemba low. Any mundu ye level and back and forth. No, I don't know anybody did any come bre papa. Because me Goldbod, I am Ghana CNN. I am never going to work with Obonu FM. I will never work with Ash FM. Obonu FM, sorry. I will never go down and go and work with Insha FM. Go down and go and work with it. No, I am up there. I'm doing CNN stuff. I'm doing real analysis. I am doing real journalism. I will not lower myself and come and work with Akontomra community radio. I will not do that. Now, Contemporary community radio do he? South Central community radio do. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to waste data. Into more a contemporary community radio. Money a contemporary community radio for nonko. More anoma boy ding. Now mo de ajimu ding. But set CNN beba down to a contemporary community. We are not going to do it. We have passed that stage. We are up here. We are not going to do it. And to change, you people should change your strategy. This is Africa CNN. This is what I have built through the support of my team and the people of my junior Juma, my support my bedroom. Nobody can stop it. Me my mejai radio mu president me nkontokwa bi me nya banta bi. So almost me kontokwa na international. But say a contemporary a community radio for why? Now nkora TikTok you cannot reach their numbers. And mobile Facebook, you want to reach my number, you want to compete with me, you want me to banter you. How? Now the name yanga samingu me hufing. Or tele radio, nami diechire. Yes, or tele radio, or tele Facebook, akabi binte, Goldbod, CNN, Africa CNN, nama beka. Wow, and then send them any credibility bia, me lower standard no. No, I'm not going to do that. I am not going. I buy cars for people, me chenko for cars. I help people. I'm not going to come all the way down to a tele radio. I won't do it. I'm so big for to lower myself to that level. With all due respect. And on my income now, Santini Obi. Some of us who what this government is doing, changing lives are. These are some of the things. Now, these are some of the things the government is working on. We are talking about roads. Big push launched. Major corridor commenced. Big push is ongoing. It's happening. Detailed work the government is doing. We can talk about coastal protection. Blekusu Sea Defense Phase 2 commenced. Most of the you don't know what is monumental. Do you know what monumental is? Ekufo Adisi Cathedral is monumental because that's so. We are talking about things that are affecting or positively affecting the lives of the people. We are talking about bridges. Adoso, Achi Amamfrom Bridge awarded. It is ongoing. Go and see. Irrigation, 900 hectares initiated in Afram Plains. Go there. It is working. We are talking about energy. 200 megawatt Dawa solar park commenced. Go there and see. Health, Ridge Hospital Phase 2 and CHIPS expansion priorities. Mahama Cares, any other thing number. Go and check. These are projects the government for. Go to the urban roads, major Greater Accra corridor prioritized. Go and see. It's happening in Accra. We can also talk about national planning, Ghana infrastructure plan launched. All these things are ongoing. Also, they are apart from monumental project of free, in free, more data for. Go to Terminal 2, airport expansion is going on. Go to Accra International Airport, Terminal 2. Go and see what they are doing. What is the radio sound? Me ko be bia me jinem esi amaba me call holidays me jinem full time. I only deal with CNN. Any person be or around the hotel radio. Remember, I'm not going to deal with hotel radios. I'm dealing with CNN level. So it's very, very important. Have a wonderful night. Be good. We have done exactly 3 hours, 3 minutes. Mini power into 5 hours. More I'm here 2 minutes. I was here 4 5 hours. Me crank normal and go some here 2 hours 30 minutes. But we control. And I'm calling me by a chinty mama 3 hours. No, more I'm 2 minutes, more 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. When I'm to me defend it to me. And I'm still the undisputed incoming MPP national chairman, Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. Have a wonderful night. God bless you and cheers. Gim.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No answer my. I watch it. You will for Belgium fan. It was better Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Supuno, why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was better Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was Belgium fan. Why you're here? Why round what? 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 Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? I want it. Original. Where you mind umkramba. Yo, we are best fishermen. No answer my. I watch it. You will for Belgium fan. It was better Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Supuno, why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was better Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was Belgium fan. Why you're here? Why round what? 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 Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto?